scroll. I hope you do scroll some maths. I saw another more people. Alright, let me go. Look, Joshima, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready for action? You ready? You ready for the maths, baby? Are you ready for the maths?
Yes, sir, normal.
Bad, bad, bad. Guys, if anybody here don't like maths, I'm sure I could convert you. There's a high chance I could convert you. I'm willing to bet that I could convert you, you know? Yeah. Isn't that true, Joshima?
Yes, sir, first time.
Yeah, first sound, right? First sound. So here what? I just want to summarize quickly when it comes to quadratics, right? Let's do some questions and then we'll move on to simultaneous equations. You sure that and I got that too big up your whole self, right? I know we make the difference, right? Earlier, I want to get 200 viewers tonight. 200 viewers. Share it to whoever I need to share it to. I fed up a seeing like 100. Let me get them numbers up. Alright. Josh, am I ready to speed through these questions like light work, like clockwork?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let me go. So what we're gonna look at is factorization. Right, we're just gonna finish that up. In the last live we did, when we covered factorization, we finished with quadratics. We're done. So I'm just gonna do a quick review. So Joshima, this first quadratic over here, what's the name for this one?
Is that expression?
Is our expression? Yeah, is our expression, but it is a what kind of quadratic? What kind of trinomial? What kind of trinomial is that?
So it's a simple trinomial.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys were there when I was doing it live, but I told you all, anytime you see a quadratic like this, it's a simple trinomial. But why are we saying it's a simple trinomial? Well, we're saying it's a simple trinomial because it's 1x squared. Anytime it's just x squared, it's a simple trinomial, and it's very, very easy to factorize. So let me do it. So Joshima, in this question, like these lists of questions, they don't want you to just factorize it. They actually want you to do what? What do you want you to do? Tell me, Joshima, is that an expression or is that an equation?
It's an equation because it have equal sign. It have equal sign.
Right. People on TikTok, all you can see that this is an equation, right? Because you see an equal sign. So it means that this has to be equal to 0. Somebody say, wish my maths teacher was this fine. What? All you have been toasting. No. Hey. Yo. Whoa. Whoa. So Joshima, can you identify that this is an equation?
Yes, sir.
When you have to solve a quadratic equation, the first thing you do is you factorize it. And I'm going to show you why you're going to do that. So the first step is we're going to open up 2 pair of brackets. And that still has to be equal to 0. Now, tell me, Joshima, how are you going to factorize x squared plus 5x plus 6?
We need to find 2 numbers that multiply to give 6 and to get 5.
Exactly. So I'm going to put x in one bracket and I'm going to put x in the other bracket. The reason why I'm doing this is because, x by x is x squared. Cool. Then I'm going to look at the last digit. The last digit is 6. How could I multiply to get 6 but add to get the middle number, which is 5? People on TikTok, let me know. How could I multiply to get 6 and add to get 5? Two and three, yeah, 2 and 3. 2 by 3 is 6, and 2 plus 3 is 5. Bad. So I could put the plus 2 over here, and I could put the plus 3 over here. Now I have a question for you all. If somebody were to say x plus 3 by x plus 2, would that be different from this statement? Would that be different? Would those two things be different? Yes or no? Tell me fast, guys. Let's stick in bad. Videsh, Joshima, Neela, Kamaya, Natalia, would it be different?
No.
It would not be different because multiplication is
Commutative.
Exactly. It doesn't matter the order
Commutative,
in
sir.
which you multiply. You're going to get the exact same result. So either one is fine. So you could have had x plus 2 by x plus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 by x plus 2 is equal to 0. No, this is the part where I blow some of your minds. I can't blow some of your minds here. Right? Stay with me. And in school, the teacher would have probably just tell you, put x plus 2 equal to 0, and they would have say, put x plus 3 is equal to 0, and that's what the teacher would have say. And that's what the teacher would have say, right? That's what the teacher say. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
All you know why they say that? All you have any idea why they say that? Okay, let me explain how simple this is, right? So Joshima, this is clearly an equation. You see in that as an equation.
Yes, sir.
If it's an equation, we are trying to find the value for x that would make this whole thing equal what?
0.
Exactly, guys. We are trying to find the values for x that's gonna make that part there equal to 0. Now, let's think for a moment. I want to ask you like a simple question. If you multiply anything by 0, what you get?
0, sir.
All the
0.
people on TikTok, all you agree? If I multiply anything by 0, what would I get? Let's just say 5 by 0. What's 5 by 0?
0.
0. So let me cook, right? Let me cook. So let me just say I had x plus 2 by 0. What do you think you'll get? X plus 2 by 0.
0.
Right. We don't care what you multiply by 0. The point is you'll get 0, right? All you with me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we've taken the quadratic and we've written it as a product of two factors. So those two things are the same. Now, over here we've written it is a product, so we have x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 3. Can you all tell me a value for x that would make one of those brackets 0? Like, okay, what value for x would make that bracket 0? What value for x would make that bracket 0?
Minus 2.
Exactly. When x is minus 2, what would this bracket become? What would that bracket become?
0.
0, sir.
Oh, and you're gonna get 0, and you're gonna multiply by this other bracket, and 0 by anything is?
0.
0.
Right. So that is why you put each one equal to 0. Because if at least one of them is equal to 0, then the whole thing will be what?
0.
Yeah. Give us some W's in the chat if you understand that. So let me run through that again, right? Gonna run through that again. Neela, if at least one of these brackets is 0, what would the final answer be?
0, sir.
Exactly, because guys, if we could figure out the value for x that would make that bracket 0, then you're going to multiply by the other bracket and you know your answer will be 0. So you've solved the equation. So that's why anytime you factorize, you put each factor equal to 0. Right? So when you solve this, you'll have to move across the plus 2. And when you move across the plus 2, what would it become? What would it become?
Negative 2.
And that make real sense in all here. That make real sense because Joshima, if I put negative 2 back into this, what is bracket gonna become?
0.
That bracket gonna become 0. And if I multiply this other bracket by 0, what I get?
0.
Yeah,
0.
exactly. Now, we don't just have one factor. We have another factor, x plus 3. When would that bracket be 0? When would that bracket be 0? When x is what?
When you put like x plus negative 3.
Yeah. So if I take the plus 3 and I were to move it across, it would turn to negative 3. So I have a question, guys. When x is negative 3, what does bracket turns to? What does that bracket turn to?
0.
Right. And I'm multiplying by this other bracket. But we don't care what you're multiplying by. 0 by anything is?
0.
0.
Bam. And you've solved the equation. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. But some of you guys might not be entirely happy about that. Right? Maybe some of you guys might not understand that. So I want to give you all some deeper appreciation for it. Let me do that. So I'm going to blow some of your minds here. Alright, so let's stay with me, right? So, Joshima, if I want to solve the equation, what was the solutions for x we find? What was the solutions for x we find?
Negative 3 and negative 2.
Exactly. So if I put negative 2 or negative 3 into this, what's supposed to get?
0.
You think it can work? You trust any maths? You trust any maths?
Yes, sir.
Let me
Yes,
see,
sir.
let me see. So the first one we could try x is equal to negative 2, right? So I'm going to say open bracket, negative 2, close bracket, squared, plus 5, open bracket, negative 2, close bracket, plus 6, Whoa, look at that, Olive. Look what we get, what we get. What did we get?
0, sir.
Right, we get 0. Cool. So, anytime you have an equation, you're trying to solve it, right? So you could see when you plug in back -2, you get the 0 you want. Okay? If I put in -3, that was my other solution. What do you think I should get?
0.
Let me see. Are you trust any maths people on TikTok? Do you all trust any maths? Do you all trust any maths? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I'm going to put in -3 into that now. So anywhere I see x, I'm going to put -3. So I'm going to say -3 squared, right, plus 5 by -3, plus, when I put plus 6, what's it supposed to be equal to? What is it supposed to be equal to, chat?
0.
sir.
0.
Bam, look at that. Look at that. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema, right? You can solve it. Cool. Hope you understand that. Alright, so long story short, anytime you're trying to solve a quadratic, you have to factorize, and you have to find the values of x that would make each factor equal what?
0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make each factor 0. Bad. Hope you understand that. So let's do our next question. Let's try question D. So in question D, again, this is a simple trinomial, so it's very easy to work out. I'm going to open up 2 pair brackets, going to put that equal to 0. So we see in x squared. To get x squared, that will be x by x, right? So I'm going to put x in the first bracket, and I'm going to put an x in the other bracket. Let's look at the last term now. My last term is -6, right? My last term is -6. So what's the question I'm going to ask, guys? What question am I going to ask?
So
What question am I going to ask?
to get -6 and how to get negative x? Well,
Exactly. Well, guys, is this -x? What was the coefficient of that? What is the coefficient of
-1?
that?
What?
Yes. You're not seeing it, but this is understood to be -1x. That's -1, right? So we're looking for two numbers that would multiply to give -6 and add to give me -1. Can you guys think of any two numbers that would multiply to give -6 and add to get -1? Could you all think of any two numbers?
So 3 and -2?
3 and -2, yes. 3 by -2. What is 3 by what is 3 plus -2, guys? Wait, Josh, that wrong, Josh, that wrong. Josh, what is 3 plus -2? What is 3 plus
Also-
-2?
+1.
Right, but we want to get -1. People on TikTok, do you all have any answers? 3 and -2 didn't work. What do you think will work?
So, +1 and -1.
No. Whatever you pick,
So
it must work out here and it must work out here.
So -3 and 2.
So tell me, Joshua. -3 and 2, yes. So
Now I
question,
can
guys,
mix
what
up.
is -3 by 2?
-6.
What is -3 by 2? -6. And what is -3 plus 2?
-1.
Bam, -1. Good. I'm gonna go through that one more time. So initially, Josh, you said 3. So let me just say 3 by 2, right? You notice when you add in, you want to get a negative number. So if you want to get a negative number, should you put in negative by the bigger number or the smaller number?
The bigger number. So
Yeah, you should put the negative number by the bigger number. So the final result would be negative, right? Hope that makes sense.
yes.
So anytime you want to get a negative number when you add in, you put the negative by the bigger number. So it's going to be x minus 3, x plus 2, and that's going to be equal to 0. Do we understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. sir.
Right, because again, guys, if I multiply minus 3 by 2, I do get the -6, right? And when I add it, I do get back the -1. So that's how I figure out, -3 and 2 are correct. Cool. So could you all tell me any value for x that would make that bracket turn to 0? Like you can look at it and see it. What would make that bracket turn to 0?
+3.
Positive 3. And if this bracket turns to 0, and it's going to multiply by this other bracket,
Yes, sir.
and 0 by anything is?
0.
Yeah. Let's see how that'll help us solve the quadratic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is why the step is to put each factor equal to 0 and solve. Because if at least one of the factors are equal to 0, then it makes the entire thing turn to 0. Because again, if you multiply anything by 0, it'll be 0, right? So okay, when you move across that minus 3, it gonna turn to positive 3. Bad. When I move across that plus 2 gonna turn to minus 2. Cool. And again, if you put any of these answers back into the original problem, what is it supposed to give you?
0.
It's supposed to give you 0. All you understand that, people on TikTok. If I put these values for x into this, right, it's supposed to give me 0 because we were trying to solve it. We were trying to solve the equation. We were trying to find, okay, what values for x would give us 0. And the answer is 3 and minus 2. All you want to see it to believe it or not?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, let me see. So the original thing was x squared minus x minus 6. So Josh, which one you want to check first? You want to check 3 or minus 2? Which one you want to check first?
And you'll check 3, sir?
3, okay, no problem. So I'll say 3 to the power 2 minus 3 minus 6. Bam, look at that. Look at that. What we get?
0.
Sir.
Yeah, we get a 0. Let me try it with the negative 2 now. Well, guys, if you put a negative 2 into your calculator, are you just going to put negative 2 or do you have to put brackets?
Brackets, sir.
Brackets.
You had to put brackets. So please avoid this. If you come to my live and you're doing this, don't do that. It's supposed to be negative 2 in brackets. It's supposed to put open bracket negative 2 close bracket squared, right? Minus open bracket negative 2 minus 6. So when you put any negative numbers into your calculator, close them in brackets. So your calculator will treat the negative term as like the whole big term. But you see, look, we get a 0. We get a 0, right? So are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we understand the mojo by now, so I'm not gonna do that again. Let me tackle question E. So question E is x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. So I'm giving you all 2 minutes, people on TikTok, YouTube. I want you all to give it a try. 2 minutes. I want you to tackle question E. 5 minutes? No. Like 5 minutes is too much, Ollie. Too much time. Will you guys be in my 24-hour marathon? Will you guys be in my 24-hour marathon?
Of course, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bad. Love to hear that. Yeah. Will you guys be in my 24-hour live stream? I'll be doing maths for 24 hours straight on YouTube and TikTok.
Yep. So you could have zoom out a little bit, please.
Bet, no problem. We're gonna be there. Nice. When 10 o'clock reach, I'll bring out Froggy. When 10 o'clock reach. Well, if you get a 3, you pass, you know. You pass. The question is, what are you going to do after that makes you feel you have to write back maths? Do I do physical classes? No, all my classes are online. How much hours tonight? Maybe 3, 4? Maybe around that. Who in here going into 5th form? All you are going for me.
Yes, sir. You?
Everybody are going into 5th form. I know I have accepting students going into Form 5. I'm accepting students going into Form 5 and Form 4. Maths, Maths, Physics. If you want to be part of the Zoom meetings, let me know. I'll give you all the information from my classes on it. Yeah. Like, think about it, $250 per month. You're getting access to my Form 4, my Form 5. As well as any of these live sessions I have. Any live sessions I have, my students have access to it. Every single one. I might have a life of maths, art, maths, or physics. It's crazy. I don't know what else you're doing. Okay. Let me answer the question. People on TikTok, drop your answer. Drop your answer. Let me know what you guys got for this question. Let me know what you guys got. Alright, so unstoppable, remember, I'm asking you for the solution. So you have to solve it. You have to solve it. You have to say what the values for x are. So Akila both says she doesn't understand. Well, let me do the question, right? And I'm going to make sure you guys understand. So the very first thing you're going to do anytime you have to solve a quadratic, you have to factorize it. So we have to factorize this. Now this is a simple trinomial, so it's really easy to factorize. I'm going to open up two pair of brackets, and I'm going to ask myself, how could I get x squared? Well, if I want to get x squared, well, x squared just means x by x, right? So I'm going to put x in one of the brackets, and I'm going to put x in the other bracket. Cool. Then I'm going to look at the last term. My last term here is positive 16. So I'm going to put that down. And what is the question I'm going to ask, guys? What is the question I'm going to ask? Renisha, talk to me.
What you're going to ask is what two numbers you could multiply by to get 16, and what two numbers you could add to get 8.
Nah, take your time. Not 8. Not 8.
To get
Look at it. Is it negative? Okay, is it positive 8 or is
negative
it negative
8.
Negative 8.
Sorry, my bad.
Renisha, think of two numbers. What two numbers would multiply to give you 16 and add to give you minus 8?
Two numbers. 4. 1, 4.
4 and 4, you say?
4 and negative 4.
Okay, if you say 4 and negative 4, right? What is positive 4 by negative 4?
Oh.
Come on, Renisha, what is positive 4 by negative 4?
Negative 16.
But we want to get positive 16.
Yeah, we want to get positive 16.
So Renisha, the only way you can get a positive number is if you multiply a positive by a positive or a negative by a negative. But when you add, you had to get a negative number. So clearly it isn't positive by positive. So
it's not
negative?
It's not that. So
what two negative numbers I can multiply to get 16? It was
two
real close.
negative numbers.
It was real close.
Negative 4 and negative 4.
Yes, W's in the chat for Anisha, guys. W's in the chat for Anisha. Right. People saying 8 by 2 and saying no, 8 by 2 can't work, right? 8 by 2 would give you 16, but when you add 8 and 2, it would never give you minus 8. It wouldn't give you minus 8, right? So we are looking for two numbers that are going to satisfy both conditions. If you add negative 4 to negative 4, you will get negative 8. So we had to use negative 4 and negative 4. Because when you multiply negative 4 by negative 4, you get 16. When you add it, you get minus 8. Let me run through back that one more time. So we are seeing that you need to get a positive number, right? Guys, what's the only way you can get a positive number? What's the only way you can get a positive number?
Negative by negative.
Or positive by positive, right?
Yes, sir.
But you see, you had to get a negative here when you add. So do you think adding two positive numbers will give me a negative?
No, sir.
You know, that's not going to work, right? That is not going to work. So what you have to do is, you have to multiply a negative by a negative. Because when you add a negative and a negative, your result will be a negative. So that's why we picked negative 4 by negative 4. Somebody said, sir, can it be 4 by 4? No, it cannot be 4 by 4. If we use 4 by 4, you're going to get 16, right? But when you add 4 and 4, will you get negative 8? Talk to me. Will you get negative 8?
No, sir.
Nah. So it has to be negative 4 and negative 4. So it's going to be x minus 4 by x minus 4 is equal to 0. So, guys, you notice how you're seeing the same thing twice, right? Let me know what you're seeing now. We're seeing the same thing twice. Same thing twice.
Yes.
So, I mean, how much solutions will we have? 2 or 1?
Just one.
We'll just have one. Let me explain. Guys, we have a product by we're multiplying two things by each other, right? So we have a product of two factors. So If at least one of these brackets is 0, what would the answer be? If at least one of the brackets is 0.
0.
It will be 0.
Exactly, because, okay, if one of the brackets is 0, right? 0 by anything is?
0.
Exactly. So, can you all tell me what value for x would make that bracket 0?
4.
4. So you would say x minus 4 is equal to 0, and then you would solve for x. So you would take the minus 4 and you'd move it across. So x would be equal to 4. Right? I mean, the other one is the same thing, right? So obviously we're not going to write it back because you'll get the same answer. So you'll just do it for one instance. Let me know if you guys understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna,
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
run that back again. Somebody say x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4. Let me explain. Guys, does it make sense for me to write back the same thing twice?
No.
No.
No, it does not make sense for me to write back the same thing twice. So I'll just write it once. I'll write it once. Now, before I move on, again, guys, we are trying to find the value for x that would make this entire thing equal to what?
0.
0.
Exactly. So if I want to check if my answer is correct, don't I just plug in 4 into this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if I plug in 4 into that, what's I supposed to get?
You're supposed to get 0.
Are you trust any maths?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So anywhere I see x, I can power 4, right? So I can say 4 squared minus 8 by 4 plus 16. Look at that. Look at the badness. Look at that. And we get a 0. So we're correct. So you could check back any equation problem like that. Plug any answer into it and you get your answer. Before I move on, I just want to say people watching this, I'll be live on TikTok and YouTube for 24 hours straight teaching CSEC maths on Wednesday the 26th to Thursday the 27th. I'll be live for 24 hours. 24 continuous hours teaching maths. Only one man like Math Vibes, and that is Math Vibes. Alright? Alright, cool. Let me do question F now. My students, one of you guys, we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Is that a simple trinomial?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Talk to my guys, is that a simple trinomial? People on TikTok, people on YouTube, is that a simple trinomial? No, that is not a simple trinomial because the number in front of x squared is 2. So we'll have to do factorizing by grouping, right? We'll have to do the AC method. So, anybody can tell me what the A term is there? What is the A term?
2.
Right? Okay, this might confuse some people. Remember, this is a quadratic we're dealing with. So it would be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. And you can see that A is what? What is A?
2.
And what would you guys say C is?
Minus 3.
Minus 3.
So in the AC method, you're going to multiply A by C. A by C. So you're going to multiply 2 by minus 3. What is 2 by minus 3?
Minus 6.
Right. So what is the question I'm going to ask? What is the question I'm going to ask?
2 numbers that multiply to give minus 6 and add to give minus 6 as well. I mean, minus 5, sorry.
Right. People are asking, when will you go live? Thank you, Keisha, for telling them. Right? By the way, get the live to 200 viewers. Tell your auntie, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your nan, and everybody. Right? Math 5 is live right now. Alright, so Joshima, I'm gonna run through this one more time. Actually, you explain it. So Joshima, tell the people what we just do. Tell them what we just do. People like to hear Joshima. The ladies like to hear. What I was say? Look how you blushing and thing. Look how you blushing. Good.
So from the top,
He come out of frame, yes?
so from the top end.
From the top. Make it drop. Let me not say the rest. Hey.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
good.
sir. Thank you. Anyway, proceed.
Joshima. Go.
Right, so since it's not simple trinomial, we have to do the AC method. So the A term is 2 and the C term is negative 3. So
Mhm.
multiplying 2 by negative 3, which is negative 6. We need to find two numbers that will multiply to give me negative 6 and add to get negative 5.
Right. So one more time. Anytime that so guys, anytime the number in front of the x squared term is not 1, it's a non-simple trinomial, and you have to use the AC method. So you're going to multiply the A term, which in this case is 2, by the C term, which in this case is minus 3, and that is going to give you minus 6. So here's what you're asking yourself, right? This is a $1 million question. What two numbers would multiply to give you minus 6 and add to give you the middle term? The middle term is minus 5. So I feel like the people in my class know about this, right? So people in the TikTok and YouTube, what two numbers would multiply to give me minus 6 and add to give me minus 5? I'm seeing some people saying minus 2 and minus 3, right? Let's check that out. Josh, am I think that correct? People saying minus 2 and minus 3.
No, sir.
No, that's not correct. If you say minus 2 and minus 3, a negative by negative is a what? What's not negative by negative?
A positive.
Yeah, but we want to get negative 6, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do. We have to get a negative answer, not a positive
Right.
one. So it's
So
supposed to
some-
be a positive by a negative.
Right.
So
some
positive
people-
3, negative 2.
Yeah. But I just want to address the mistakes, right? Some people are saying negative 2 by 3. Okay, yeah, but will that work over here? Talk to my guys. Is negative 2 plus 3 minus 5?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Plug that into your calculator. Where's minus 2 plus 3? What is minus 2 plus 3, guys?
1.
Minus 2 plus 3 is 1. That's not minus 5, so minus 2 and any combination with 2 and 3 can work. Let me go back to the drawing board. So my guys, what else we could use?
Minus 6 and 1.
Minus 6 and 1, yes. Where's
Good
minus
job,
6 and 1?
Virginia.
Thank you, Alicia.
Negative
minus 6 and 1?
6.
Right? And what is negative 6 plus 1?
Negative 5.
Right? Negative 5. Already so excited, boy. Okay. So once you figure out that parent combination, you're going to take the quadratic and you're going to split the middle term. You're going to split in the middle. You're going to split the middle term using these two numbers. So we're going to say 2x squared. And Telma, we're going to split the middle term. So Renisha, instead of writing minus 5x, what are we going to write?
We're gonna write minus 6. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I say the correct thing. I know I'm going far so far. I think you will put minus. Wait.
Yeah. So the two numbers were minus 6 and 1, right? So here what? We're
Yes.
gonna say minus 6x and
Okay.
we had positive 1, so we're gonna say plus 1x.
All right. Minus 6x plus 1x.
And what we had to put back
And
here.
the 3
so,
put back there. Negative
Right.
3.
so okay, some people might be confused here, right? Let me ask you a very simple question. If you add minus 6x and 1x, what do you get? What is minus 6x plus 1x? Talk to me.
Minus 5.
Minus negative 5x.
So is this and this different, or is it just the same thing?
It's just the same thing. It's more defined. It's more minced up instead of you getting the whole answer.
I guess that's one way of saying it. Yeah.
So it's the
Yeah.
same thing but slightly extended.
Yeah. So we just take the middle term and split it. The reason why we do this is because now, how much terms we have? How much terms we have, guys?
4 terms.
We have 4 terms. If we have 4 terms, we could do factorizing by?
Grouping.
Yeah, factorizing by grouping. So here what? We're going to put on the Great Wall of China in the middle, right? This is the Great Wall of China, guys. I was the one that built the Great Wall of China, if you was wondering. That was all me, guys. That was all me. You're welcome. So we had a Great Wall of China in the middle. So now we have to factorize each half. So what are you guys seeing in common between 2x squared and 6x? 2x squared and 6x.
X.
Well, we see in x for sure. You can pull out x, and what else you can pull out?
2.
You can pull out 2. So we are going to pull out 2x. We are going to pull out 2x. So talk to me. What would I multiply by 2x to get back 2x squared?
X.
X. Because if I realize we already have the 2 on the outside and we have one of the x's, so we had to multiply by one more x to get back x squared. Good. I can put back the minus sign and tell me. We had to get 6x, right? Well, we have the x already, And what would I multiply by 2 to get 6 now?
Negative
Minus
3.
3.
-3.
No, I already
Well-
put the minus sign here, so
Oh,
Well,
3.
3.
just 3. Now, if I remember the hack, if you do this thing correctly, whatever you get over here, you can just
You'll
put
get
over
on the
here.
other side. You just have to
Yeah.
find out what's going on the outside. See, sir? I
Exactly.
remember.
Yeah, Renisha, remember, big up Renisha, boy, clock hit Renisha. So Renisha, what would you multiply by x to get 1x?
1. 1 by
Right.
x.
Negative 1 or positive 1?
Positive 1.
Right.
And this is where it gets easier.
Right.
The 2x
Tell them.
plus the 1 is what going in the first bracket, and in the other bracket will be x minus 3.
That is correct, but I typically don't do like that. But you are correct. You get it correct, right? So
Okay.
let me explain. What are you guys seeing in common in this term and this term? What are you seeing in common? What
X
are you
minus
seeing?
3, sir.
X minus
X
3.
minus 3. So we could pull out the x minus 3. If I were to pull out the x minus 3 from that, what would I write in that bracket?
2x plus 1.
I would write 2x, and if I pull out x minus 3 from that term, I'll write plus 1.
Yes.
Good. And that's
Precisely.
equal to 0.
Yeah.
And so, how would I find my answers now?
By making x the subject of the formula.
Right? So we're gonna say x minus 3 is equal to 0, and we're gonna say 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Because remember, we're trying to find the values for x that would make each factor equal to 0. Because guys, if at least one of the factors is 0, if this is 0, you're gonna multiply by this other one and it will give us 0. So we're trying to find the value for x that would make at least one of the factors turn to 0. So over here, when you're solving this, you're gonna move across that minus 3, and you're gonna end up with x is equal to what?
Positive.
Right over here, this one is a bit more complicated, so I'm gonna give Josh the pleasure. Josh, how would I work this out?
So you carry across the 1.
Right, we move across the 1.
That will turn to negative 1.
That would turn to negative 1, yes.
So now we are cancel the 2.
Right, so we
By-
have 2
by
multiplied by x. So tell me, Josh.
So we are divided by 2.
Right? Or you could think of it like you're moving across the 2, right? So like, since you're multiplying 2 by x here, when you move it across, it's going to turn to what?
We divide.
It's going to turn to divide. So we could say x is equal to negative a half.
Yes, sir.
So guys, if I were to put x is negative a half into this, what would I make that factor? What would I make that bracket? What would I make that bracket, guys?
0.
Yes, because didn't we put it equal to 0 and we solve the value for x that would make it equal to 0?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I want to verify it, right? So in the calculator, I want to put 2 by negative a half plus 1. Put it into the calculator and let me know what I get. By the way, guys, get it up to 200 viewers. We had 173, get it to 200. Tell everybody.
Yes, so it's 0.
Yeah, it's 0. Because 2 by negative a half is negative 1, and negative 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. I'm a teacher. Yeah. Am I looking that young? Ooh, I'm feeling flattered. Okay. Yeah. You don't know. Yeah. Normally people will be like, are you a retired teacher for some reason? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Retired teacher thing, I don't know what that's about.
Nah.
You look young, yeah. That's why I know. That's why I know people that be calling me uncle and all kind of crazy scene. You look about 28. 28 is wild. 28 is wild. 28 is genuinely wild. No. I'm not gonna say my age, but anyways. So,
I guess 0.
question. Any of my students could tell me. Any of my students could tell me how I could check to see if my answer is correct.
Plug each value of x into the equation, and you should get 0.
Exactly. So if I plug 3 into this thing, what am I supposed to get?
0.
I'm supposed to get 0 because that is not what we solve. And guys, when I put negative a half into this, what am I supposed to get?
0 as well.
Yeah, so you know what they say? Seeing is believing. That's what they say, right? So anywhere I see x, I could just plug in negative a half. So I'm gonna say 2, and I'm gonna put in negative a half there. Right? Squared minus 5, and I'm gonna put in negative a half there. And then I'm gonna say minus 3. Bam, look at that, look at that. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. You see, you get a 0, right? You get a 0. Which means it makes sense. It makes sense. Right, so we bad. Let me know, guys. Are you want to do one more question like this, or are you ready to?
One more question. One more. Just to
Yes,
make sure
sir.
lock it in. One more.
Alright. I'll give all
You're
one
not
more.
can't
I'll
mess
give
it
all
up
one more.
tonight.
Yeah. We had 180. Bam. Love that. We're growing. I wish we had these numbers when we was doing hard maths. I wish. Hard maths is better than regular maths.
Exactly, sir.
I want you guys to do this one for me. 6x squared plus 5x plus 1 is equal to 0. Go. I'm giving you all 3 minutes to tackle that question. Call your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, everybody. And at 10 o'clock, I'm bringing out Froggy. Hear what? I recommend doing back the English and the maths to get a higher grade. But let me just say this on the live. Right? Let me just say this in the live. Your CXC grades really don't define, yeah? You can write back that exam at any point in your life. And the most important thing is your skills are not marketable. You sell yourself to be. Right? Do I prepare students who are writing in January? Well, I don't have a specific January class, but you could come to my Form 5 class, and I'll also let you come to any extra sessions I do. And if you put in the work, you should be prepared. But I don't promise any students a 1 or a distinction or a 2. I never promise a student that they could pass. Not because I'm not willing to pay any effort, you know. If you pay any effort, you're sure to pass. But I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to get a 1 or something. That's fake news. That's fake. If I tell you that. You got to pay any work for yourself. Low-key, sir, I might drop out of school. Why? I'm going, hear what? If you're somebody that really struggle with maths, when you wrote it and you got like a 5 or a 4 or something, write it back in May, June. Don't rush to do it back in January. If you feel maths really bad and you're struggling with it, don't go and rush to do it back in January. Don't do that. Darian, when I doing it, I'll tell you the answer. People like to think you need CSEC, you need CAPE, you need a degree to get a high job. No, you don't. No, you don't. Right? You don't. Your skills is what will get you places. Your skills on how you market yourself. You guys will be surprised with the jobs people do and get like real money that don't require a degree or something. Yeah, that's good. It's your skills. Your skills are the most important thing. Sorry, but how to solve this? I'll show you all. I'll show you guys. Yeah, a 2 is fine. A 2 is good. And so you'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Talk to my guys. Talk to my guy. Yeah, class starting in September. What did you guys get for the answer?
X equal -3 and x equal negative a 2 and negative a half.
Wait, run that back again. You lost me. Tell me, what was your solutions?
So x equal negative a 2 and x equal negative a half.
Did anybody else get these solutions? X is negative a 2 and x is negative a half. Did anybody else get that? Anybody else get that? I taken those on no. Joshima, Natalia, Renisha, Kimaya, Videsh, Angelina. Anybody get that?
So I think I messed up some way.
Okay. So just to be very clear, we are trying to find the values of x that would make this equal what?
Equal to 0.
0.
Exactly. We are trying to find the answers for x that when I plug it back in, I'll get 0. Right? So the answers are negative, I'll take a negative half. Good job, Virginia. So I'm going to go over this whole thing again. Whole thing from the top. Alright? So Joshima, let's run it through together. So is this a simple trinomial or a non-simple trinomial? What
And
is this?
non-simple trinomial.
So can you just open up two brackets and start to work one time?
No, so you multiply A by C.
You have to multiply a by c, right? What is the a term?
6.
Right? So a is the first term, right? And c is the last term, right? So you're going to multiply 6 by 1. What is 6 by 1?
6.
6. We're asking ourselves what question? What question are we asking ourselves? What question?
What can multiply to get 6 and what can add to get 5?
Yeah, what would multiply to give 6 and add to give the middle number?
So 3 and 2.
3 and 2. You all figured out that 3 and 2? 3 by 2 would give you 6 and 3 plus 2 would give you 5. Let me know if all you catch what I say.
Yes, sir.
Videsh, Nila, I don't hear no now. I'm making my heart break. What going on? Nila, we talk about the silent treatment, you know? Talk about the silent
Yeah.
treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Again, true?
You understand it or not? If you don't understand it, that's fine. We go explain it back.
I understand it still.
If you understand it, explain it for everybody then. We are 200. Yo, we are 201. Oh, it dropped back, but we make it. We make it to 200. Yeah. That's brilliant. So, Nila, I want you to explain back the whole thing for everybody. Whole thing.
Okay.
Wait. W's in the chat for Nila. Let me hype up Nila one time. Guys, let me hype up Nila. Say like,
Nila, yay!
guys, say W Nila. Right? Alright, go. Go Nila. Go.
Okay. So since x is not 1,
Mm-hmm. No.
you-
Yes. I believe you meant to say since the coefficient of x squared is not 1.
Yeah, since the coefficient of x is not 1,
No, you gotta take your time. Not x, you know. You gotta be careful. Is it x or is it x squared?
x squared, sir.
Say it proper this time.
Since the coefficient of x squared is not 1, but 6. Really, sir?
Continue. I don't know who telling you to stop.
Now
you
is
know.
not the time to be so
Hey,
funny.
go keep going, Nila. I don't know what they're laughing about. It's not a jokey thing, you know.
Okay, so we'll have to factorize it by grouping.
Mm-hmm.
So A is 6 and C is equals to 1. So 6 times 1 will be 6. So now you have to find out what could go into 6 but add to make 5x. Positive 5.
Right. And you pick 3 and 2, right? Because 3 by 2 is 6 and 3 plus 2 is 5.
Yes, sir.
Good. What to do next?
Now we take those two and put it into the equation.
Now put it into the equation. You wouldn't say that. You're gonna
Well,
use
extend the equation.
split. Split the middle term. That's the proper way to say it. Split the middle term.
Okay, sir.
Right? So tell me what to write here.
Plus 3x plus 2x
Mm-hmm.
plus 1 equals 0.
Good. So people on the TikTok, is this any different from this or are they the same thing? Are they different or are they the same thing? Are they
The
different
same
or are they
thing.
the same thing?
Same thing, sir.
Exactly the same thing. Because 5x is the same thing as 3x plus 2x. Nikolai gonna know about that with the amount of x he have. You gonna know about these kind of just adding x and thing, what kind of thing. But yeah, let me keep going. What's the next step, Nila?
We put the Great Wall of China, sir.
Right? Put the Great Wall of China in the middle that I built. There I see. What you gonna do next?
Now we find what is common between the two of them.
Right, or we could pull out from 6x squared and 3x.
2x. Wait, no,
Nah.
what? 3x.
3x, yes. If I pull out 3x, what I write on the inside?
2x plus 1.
Yeah, 2x plus 1, right? That makes sense because 3x by 2x would give me back 6x squared, and 3x by 1 would give me back 3x. So, we on gas, right? Now, Nila, what's the next step? What's the hack we could employ? What's the hack?
So technically what we get on that side will be the same thing on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to find out what could go into that.
Yeah. So what would I multiply by 2x to get 2x?
1
Exactly. Positive 1 or negative 1.
positive 1.
Right? And that'll be equal to what?
0, sir.
That'll be equal to 0. Good. Good. So we're seeing in common with this term and this term.
2x plus 1, sir.
Right? So I'm going to pull out the 2x plus 1. And I'm going to open a bracket.
3x plus 1 as well.
Right? And that'll be equal to 0. Alright, we're
Yes,
nearly
sir.
there. We're nearly finished. So, what are we going to do next?
Solve for x, make x the equation.
Right?
The subject of the formula.
So I'm going to put 2x plus 1 equal to what?
0,
And I'm going to put 3x plus 1 equal to what?
0, sir.
And why are we doing that? Why are we doing that?
To find for x.
Okay, but the real reason why we're doing that is because we're trying to figure out what values for x would make this 0. So I'm going to ask this question again, guys. If at least one of the factors turn to 0, that will make the whole thing equal to what?
0.
That whole thing will be equal to 0, right? Good, good. So 2x plus 1 has to be 0. So if 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, then how would we solve that? Talk to Manila, talk to me. Mash this up.
So you carry across the 1.
Right, carry across our one time. To my students, I could let the people know how to join my classes. Talk to them. Let them know about the information. Right. You're gonna move across our plus 1. It'll become equal to negative 1, right? What next?
Carry across the 2, so that'll be divide.
Right. This might confuse some people. Over here we have 2 multiplied by x. So if it's 2 multiplied by x over here, when you move across the 2, it will turn to divide. So that will become negative 1 over 2. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Over here now, how am I going to solve for x?
Well, it's the same format where we do that one. So we just carry across the 1.
Right, just carry across the 1. So that'll be 3x is equal to negative 1.
Then
What
divide.
next? Then divide, right? So that'll be negative 1 over.
3.
Right. So let me show you the cool thing about this, right? Let me show you guys the cool thing about this. Now, this might blow some of your minds. Now, maths taught how to be boring, contrary to how it's taught in most institutions. So let me show you absolute cinema. At the start of the question, we were trying to find the values for x that would make that equal what?
0.
Right. All you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Right, so
sir.
we were trying to find the values for x that would make that equal to 0. Now watch this. This is the real cool part. So one of my answers is negative a half. Well, let's see now. One of my answers is negative a half. One of the answers is negative a half. So if I replace x with negative a half, let me see what happens. So I'm going to say 6, and I'm going to replace x with negative a half. Close the bracket, and I'm squaring that. And I'm going to replace the x there with the negative a half. Now, when I add on the 1, what am I supposed to get, chat? What am I supposed to get?
0.
0.
Look at that. Well, let's see, maths real cool. In a real way, maths actually very cool. Right, maths don't have to be boring all. Maths don't have to be boring at all. We get 0. Now, if I replace a minus a half with minus a third, what I'll get?
0.
Yeah, you get 0. Let me see. Bam. See, look at that. We get a 0. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So here it is now, people. These questions are very simple. Do you all want to do questions where you have to apply this knowledge? And it's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I gotta be careful what you're asking for. Like, I'm surely into like the pits right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So let's look at some questions where you have to apply this knowledge. Things are about to get scary, yeah? I'm telling you all. But you guys have what it takes to figure this thing out. I know it. This gonna scare a lot of people. But stay with me, guys. It does not have to be hard at all. And I'm going to try to explain it as simple as I can to make sure you guys understand. So, it's gonna be okay. So, who wants to help me with this question? Is it Josh? Josh, help me with this question, Josh. Give the question, I read from her.
A square has an area of 8 centimeters squared and a perimeter of 3 centimeters. Given that A equals x squared plus 2x plus 1, find P in terms of x and the numerical value of A if A is also equal to 11x minus 2.
I know what you're thinking. You read this and your head starts to shake. Your head starts to
Yes, sir.
shake, eh?
Yes, sir.
Whoa. Let me take a step back, right? First thing I'm gonna ask you, Josh, what shape we dealing with here? What shape are we dealing with?
That's square.
We're dealing with a square, right? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna draw a square. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw a square, right? Now,
Yes.
you see them talk about area and you see them talk about perimeter, right?
Yes, sir.
Josh, how do you find the area of a square? Or you can remind me the formula for area of a square? How do we find area of a square?
So side by side.
Side by side.
Exactly. The area of a square is side by side. Side by side. Let me know, people on TikTok, on YouTube, everybody, do you all understand that the area of a square is just side by side? Do we understand that? Does everybody fully understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay, good. Now, side by side could be represented as side to what power?
2.
1.
Right. S squared. So the area of any square is side squared. Now, let's look at an example of this. So if I gave you a square and I told you that the length there was 5 and the length here was 5, what would the area be? Could anybody calculate that for me?
25.
25.
Right, because the area of a square is just side by side, right? Just side by side. So you would say 5 squared, which is just 25. Guys, let me know if we on the same page. Let me know if we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same
Yes,
page.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Let me change up this problem in a different way, right? Let's do that. What if I told you that the area was 81? How would you guys find the length on one side?
The square root of 81.
How about the rest? Let me hear people on TikTok. I trust in my students. Let me see people on TikTok. Guys, if I gave you all a square, if I give all you a square, right? And I tell you the area is 81, how you gonna find the length on one side? I've seen a lot of people tell them a 9. That is correct. So you probably, so like, here what, right? We know that area is side squared. So if I wanted to find the length on one side, what would I do with the area? Wouldn't I just square root it?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm trying to say is if I square root area, if I square root the area, guys, what is the square root of s squared? What is the square root of s squared? Talk to me. What is the
S.
square root of s
S.
squared?
S.
So S.
S. Yes. So long story short, guys, if you want to find the area of any square, you have to find the what of the area.
Square root.
Square root.
Exactly. So if the area is 81, then one side would just be the square root of 81. So what is the square root of 81?
9.
9.
Exactly. And you could check it back here. You could check it back here. If that is 9 and this is 9, where's 9 by 9? Where's 9 by 9, guys?
81.
81.
Good.
81.
9 by 9 is 81. Talk to me, people. Do we understand that the length of one side is just the square root of the area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if I give you a square, right? Let me see if I fully understand this. Because I don't trust Solia. I don't trust Solia, sorry. If I told you that the area was 196, what would the length of one side be? We getting 300 viewers tonight? That's okay. Or I'm supposed to bring out Froggy. Yeah, I really wanted me to bring out Froggy. I'm gonna bring out Froggy, guys. I'll bring out Froggy. Wait, taking myself. Fixing Froggy. Love for Froggy in the chat. Love for Froggy in the chat. So guys, if I tell you that the area is 196, what would the length of one side be? Talk to me. Neela, Joshima, Renisha, Virginia, Natalia. What's the answer?
14.
14.
14, because 14 times 14 is 196.
Exactly. And we did that by finding the square root of what?
196.
196, which is
Good.
14.
Good, because to find the length of one side is just the square root of the area. So if I tell you that the area is 196, and if you plug in the square root of 196 in a calculator, and you get what?
14.
You get 14, right? So if that is the case, and the length of one side is 14 hence,
Yes, sir.
and what do we know about every single length in our square?
They're equal.
So if this is 14, guys, what do you think this could be? What do you think that would be?
14 too.
So every single side then would be what?
14.
14. Remember, it's a square. It's a square.
So talk to me, right? If we could find the length of one side, how would you then find the perimeter? And wait, before I do anything, for those of you all that are confused about perimeter, guys, the perimeter is just the distance around that shape. So like 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14. So how much times did I add 14?
4
4
times.
times.
Right. So the perimeter of a square is just 4 times the length of one side. So in this case, the perimeter is 4 by 14, which is what?
56.
56. Okay. So here's what. Let's run through everything we know. What if I told you that this real complicated question relies on these very simple concepts? Are you gonna believe me? Like, are you gonna believe me if I tell you like this crazy looking question is actually just easy as this? Are you gonna believe me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is. So let's just do a quick recap. Let's just do a recap, right? If I want to find the length of a side, that would be the what of area.
Square root.
And if I want to find the perimeter, what's the formula for perimeter?
4 times the side.
Do we not understand this? This is for a square. This is for a square. Let me know, people on TikTok, people in class, do we understand these two things?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me give all one more question, and then we're gonna move on to the question that looks hard, but is actually really simple. Really, really simple. So the area of a square is right. So the area of a square is 324 centimeters squared. Find the perimeter. So I've given you all 3 minutes. Tackle that for me. Tackle that question. Hey, we hit 10,000 likes. Bad, bad, bad. Big up, big up, big up. Alright? Right, we hitting 18,000 followers tonight. Right, gang? We hitting 18,000 followers tonight.
Yes, sir.
18,000. Right?
Nice.
We had 17.6. We can make it to 18. And after that 24-hour live, where I sit down and do maths for 24 hours straight, we go hit the 20,000 followers. We go
Yeah.
hit it. We go hit it. Earlier, I'm going to be doing 24 hours of maths. Wednesday the 26th to Thursday the 27th. Be there. 24 hours of maths. 24. So, like, I seen plenty of people saying some answers. What were the people in my class? Neela, Josh, Natalia, Renisha, Virginia. What are you all getting for the perimeter?
I guess 72.
Everybody getting 72, right?
Yeah.
Everybody getting 72?
Yes, sir.
Good. I seen plenty of people saying 72. That's good. So let's run through the solution. Well, Josh, before I could find the perimeter, I had to find what? What had to find first?
The square root of 324.
Good. We had to find the length of our side, right? So we had to find what S is. So S would be equal to the square root of area. So what is the area?
324, sir.
What is the square root of 324?
So, sorry.
Josh, what's the square root of 324?
Sorry, sir, I wasn't in 18.
18, right? So 18 centimeters. So earlier, if the length of one side is 18 centimeters, what would the perimeter be? What would P be equal to?
72.
4 by 18.
4 by 18. Tell me the formula, right? So the perimeter is 4 by the length of one side. So that'll be 4 by 18. What is 4 by 18?
72.
No. Guys, I'm not even lying. I'm not even capping. The question you all see in there, the question that scare you guys is literally just this. I promise it's literally just this. I pinky promise. I promise. Alright? Let me jump onto this difficult looking question. It looks difficult, but it isn't. Alright. So let me dive in. So they're telling me that the square has an area of what? What does the square have an area of?
X squared plus 2x plus 1.
The area is x squared plus 2x plus 1, right? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
In the
sir.
first question, they want me to find what? What does P represent? What does P represent?
The perimeter.
P represents the perimeter. No, earlier. If they give me area, right? If they give me area, how am I going to find the perimeter? What's the first thing I have to do?
Find
length.
one side.
I had to find the length on one side, right? And Josh,
Yes, sir.
people on the TikTok, if they give me area, how would I find perimeter? Remind me of the formula. If they give me area, how am I going to find the perimeter? Neela, like guys, I promise, this question is literally just this question, I promise you. So again, if you want to find the perimeter, you need to find the length of one side first. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes.
So the first thing we have to do, we have to find the length of one side. So that'll be the square root of area. What is area though? What is area, guys?
Side square.
Side. No, the area is x squared plus 2x plus 1.
Oh, yes, sir.
So to find the side, it's going to be the square root of x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now, while you're probably shaking, or you're probably saying, nah, boy, this is real hard. Or you're probably saying this really hard. Hence,
Yes, sir.
Josh, let's combine the skills we learned previously, right? Josh, how would you factorize x squared plus 2x plus 1?
So x plus 1.
Tell me, how would I
Well,
factorize that?
Put x in both brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to carry across these two, sir.
Wait, no, take your time. We're going to look at the last number. And we're asking ourselves, what two numbers would multiply to give 1, but add to give...
Oh, sir,
add to give what?
2.
Add to give 2. What two numbers you thinking of?
1 and 1.
1 and 1, right? So I'll put plus 1 here, and I'll put plus 1. This is the mind-blowing part. Guys, this is the mind-boggling part. What do you all think x plus 1 by x plus 1 could be represented as?
X plus
Eh.
1 squared.
X plus 1 squared. Now, for the people that don't understand that, and you want me to explain it back again, let me ask you a question. If all you had to write 7 by 7, wouldn't 7 by 7 be 7 squared? Because you're multiplying 7 by itself 2 times?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Exactly. So we are multiplying x plus 1 by itself how much times? How much times are we multiplying x plus 1 by itself?
Twice.
Twice.
Twice. So it's x plus 1 squared. Now this is the moment. Josh, if you find the square root of our squared term, what do they do to each other? What does the square and square root do?
Cancel, sir.
Yeah. So the length of one side is just what?
X plus 1.
Yep. That is all. That's literally it. Like, let me know if all the... So that's the length of one side, right? That's the length of one side. But what did the question ask us?
For the perimeter.
The question asks us for the perimeter. Now, we know that the perimeter is how much times the side?
4, sir.
Times the side.
Right. So, Josh, what did we find the side to be?
X plus 1.
So we had to multiply x plus 1 by
4.
4. So that'll be 4 by x plus 1, and what would you get?
4 by x plus 4. No, 4x plus 4.
That's the answer, Josh.
So it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, right? Let's be real, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't
Nah,
that
sir.
bad. I'm gonna go through this question one more time. One more time. Let's run it back again. So in this question, they give us area, and they tell we A, find for perimeter. So guys, if they give you area, right, and you had to find for perimeter, what are the steps? Talk to me.
Okay, first you find the square root of the area, then multiply that side by 4.
So guys, do we understand that? If they ask you for area, well, sorry, hear what? Guys, if they give you area, right, and they tell you to find for perimeter of a square, the first thing you have to do is to find the length of one side. The length of one side would just be the square root of the area, and that would give us one side. With that one side, you just have to multiply it by 4 to get the perimeter. So let me know if you guys understand that. Do you guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So isn't that what we did in this question? They gave us the area, and they want me to find the perimeter. So the area was x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now we know that to find the perimeter, you had to find the length of what first? You had to find the length of what first?
One side.
You had to find the length of one side. So the length of one side is just what? The length of one side is just what?
X plus 1.
The length of one side is just the square root of the area. It's just the square root of area, right? Now, we know that the area is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So before I do anything, I'm going to try to factorize x squared plus 2x plus 1. So if I factorize x squared plus 2x plus 1, I ended up getting x plus 1 by x plus 1. Now guys, x plus 1 by x plus 1, that is just x plus 1 squared. And if you're confused, let me ask you this question. Wouldn't you all say 5 by 5 is 5 squared? 5 to the power 2?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So, isn't x plus 1 by x plus 1 x plus 1 squared because we are multiplying x by x plus 1 by itself 2 times?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. So this ends up becoming x plus 1 squared. So guys, you should be smiling now because you're seeing square root and you're seeing squared. What does the square root and square do?
Cancel each other.
They cancel each other off. Okay, somebody asking me where did the 2x go? Where did the 2x go? Let me explain. So when you're factorizing x squared plus 2x plus 1, you're asking yourself, what two numbers would multiply to give you 1 but add to give you the middle term? Right? So, what two numbers would multiply to give us 1 and add to give us the middle term, which is 2 in this case? So what numbers could you guys think of that would multiply to give you 1 and add to give you 2?
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Good. So we put plus 1 over here, we put plus 1 over here. But I understand your confusion though. I understand your confusion. So to try to explain something, let me explain something, right? Guys, don't you all know that this and this is the same thing? Aren't they the exact same thing? Aren't
Yes.
they the exactly. Look at this. If I were to expand these brackets, let me do that. So we're gonna multiply everything by x here. And then we're gonna multiply everything by 1 here. X by x is x squared, x by 1 is 1x, then 1 by x is 1x, and 1 by 1 is 1. If you were to expand that back out, what's gonna happen? The 1x plus 1x is gonna give you back what? Tell me, guys.
2x.
Exactly. So I hope you understand. If I write x plus 1 by x plus 1, it is the exact same thing as x squared plus 2x plus 1. It's just in a factorized form. Okay? So, long story short, x plus 1 by x plus 1 is just x plus 1 squared. And the square and the square root cancels off to leave us with x plus 1. Now, we had the length at one side, but we had to find perimeter. So what we had to do now?
Multiply that side by 4.
Somebody said, yes, you're correct, Nostal. This could only happen if the quadratic is a perfect square. That's the only time it could happen. Right? Yeah, the square and the square root is going to cancel off. It's going to give you x plus 1. We have to find perimeter now. So we have to multiply this by 4 because our square has how much sides? Our square has how much sides?
4 sides.
4. So we multiply that by 4. So we say 4 by x plus 1. We distribute that. So 4 by x is 4x. 4 by 1 is 4. So the perimeter is 4x plus 4 centimeters. How are we feeling about that, guys? How are we feeling about that?
Feeling good?
How about the rest of you guys? How are you all
So
feeling?
it was good, normal.
Right. Yeah. So, guys, a lot of things in math will look very complicated, but you have to step back and you have to think to some easier things, you know. And you all could have handled the diagrams I gave you like this, like if the square root of 81 is 9, then you multiply 9 by 4 and you get 36. And weren't you guys able to handle that easy example? Well, this is just that same situation, you know. It's the same thing. Right. So, Josh, I want you to read part B for me now.
The numerical value of a if a is also equal to 11x minus 2.
Okay, so they want me to find the numerical value for a if a is also equal to 11x minus 2. Right, this is a very easy question and it looks complicated. So Joshima, what did it tell us area was before?
Area was x squared plus 2x plus 1.
Good, and this time around, they're telling us that a is also equal to what? What is a also
11x
equal
minus
to?
2.
A is also equal to 11x minus 2. So talk to me, guys. If both of these are equal to the area, then x squared plus 2x plus 1 and 11x minus 2 are what?
Equal.
Equals?
Yes! W's in the chat for Josh. Josh, they're equal. They're equal, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll say it again. The area could be represented as x squared plus 2x plus 1, or it could be represented by 11x minus 2. So what that means is that both of them are equal to each other because both of them give you area. So we could actually form an equation. Right? So Josh, we could say that x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to what?
11x minus 2.
Yes. And if we do some rearrangements, that gonna look like a what? What was that gonna look like?
So, I forgot the name. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah,
A simple trinomial.
Yes, you're gonna end up with a simple trinomial if you move everything across. And you'd be able to solve that. So Joshua, let's move everything across, right? Because Josh, don't we know how to solve quadratics if they're equal to 0? Don't we know that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then we should move everything across so it will be equal to what?
0.
Exactly. So we're gonna move this entire thing across. So that's going to be x squared plus 2x plus 1. And guys, if you move across positive 11x, what would you get?
Minus 11x.
Right? And if I were to move across the minus 2, what would it become?
Positive 2.
Aha. So guys, since I moved across everything from this side to the other side, is there anything on this side anymore?
No, sir.
No. So it's just equal to what now?
0.
It's just equal to 0 now. How are you feeling about that?
Normal so far.
Right, so I'm going to explain that one more time, right? I'm going to explain it one more time to make sure all of us are on the same page. So, in the question, they gave us area to be this over here. Now, here what? We don't know what x is, but they gave us some expression for area, right? They told us area was x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay? This is what they
Yes,
told
sir.
us area was. Now, in part B, they gave us something else for area, but they're saying that both of them is the same, right? They're saying that area is also equal to 11x minus 2. So if this is area and this is also equal to area, that means both of them are what to each other? They are what to each other?
Equal.
Yes, they are equal to each other. They're equal to each other. Right? So you could say x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 11x minus 2. Right? I can't start over all the time. If you want, you could go on my YouTube channel. This live is also on my YouTube channel, Math Vibes. It's also on my YouTube channel. Go subscribe. You could go back in the video, tap out that you might have been confused. Right, so I'm going to try to explain it one more time though. So, Virginia, what did they originally say area was? What did they originally say area was? What was the
X
original?
squared plus 2x plus 1.
Exactly. And they said that area is also equal to what?
11x minus 2.
So guys, if they say an area is this and is also equal to this, then that means the two of them are what to each other?
Equal to each other.
Yes. Let's run that back again. People on TikTok, they're telling me that area is x squared plus 2x plus 1, right? And they tell me that area is also equal to 11x minus 2. Then that means that this and this are what to each other? Let me know. Yes, Mimi said equivalent. Yes, Mimi, Azaria, that's correct. So if they give me this area, right? They give me that area, and then they're saying that this is also equal to area. Then it means that both of them are equal. That means both of them are equal. So if both of them are equal, we could put it equal to each other. But why? Because both of them represent area, right? Both of them represent the same thing, which is area. So I could put them equal to each other. And if I put them equal to each other, I can move across to 11x minus 2 to form a quadratic that is equal to 0. Because we know how to solve quadratics that are equal to 0. How are you all feeling about that? Do we understand that or no?
Yes, sir. Pretty
Yes,
good.
sir.
Alright. So guys, now we have to simplify this. What like terms are you all seeing here?
2x and minus 11x.
Alright, somebody said, but sure, if they mean the same thing, why do we have to put the equal sign? Well, they literally mean the same thing. If they literally mean the same thing, aren't they equal? Think about that for a moment. If they are literally the same thing, right? Aren't they equal? Think about it. Think about that for a moment. Let us sink in. Right? And if they are equal, then we could make an equation and then what? And then what? Solve. That's the whole point about things in maths, right? In maths, your whole goal is to make an equation. Your whole goal is to make an equation so you could solve it. Right? The person with the money in maths, unless you form an equation, you can't solve it. So if they tell you that the area could be both of those, then we could put it equal to each other, and now we have an equation that we could solve. I hope that makes sense for you. So you could only solve things in maths if you come up with an equation. Talk to me, right? Talk to me. Is x squared plus 2x plus 1 an equation? Is that equal to anything? Forget this. Is it equal to anything?
No, sir. So it will be an expression.
That'll be an expression. But if I put it equal to 11x minus 2, what is it now? What is it now?
An equation.
Equation, sir.
And we could do that equation, guys. We could do an equation.
So,
Solve
You
it.
could solve an equation. Good. So I move across everything on the other side, and now I'm going to group together the like terms. What like terms are you seeing here?
the x terms and the constants.
So you're seeing 2x. What other x term are you seeing? What other x term are you seeing? Talk to me. What other x term are you seeing?
7x.
X squared, 11x.
Minus 11x, right?
Minus.
Right. So enter let's see any 2x and the minus 11x.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, guys. Are you think that x squared and 2x will be of the same species?
No, sir.
No, they're not the same species. One is x to the power 2 and one is just x. Right? Can you add two things that are not the same species? Okay. Can you add a cat and a monkey?
No, sir.
Oh,
Although I see some people in a relationship and it's be looking like cats and monkeys. But I can't say that. I can't have bad to say about people. I'm not say that. I can't have bad thing. I sound like a mean person there. Yeah, but you can't add two things that are different, right? That don't work, it don't work like that. The biology don't work like that. So you can only add things that are of the same species, right? So like 2x and 11x. Both of those are x terms. So what is 2x minus 11x?
Minus 9x.
Alright. And then we have positive 1 and plus 2. Those are numbers. Those are constant terms. So always plus 1 plus 2.
3.
And that's equal to what?
0.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. But hear this. You wouldn't be able to solve that by factorizing, You gotta use the quadratic formula. I don't know if you're seeing that.
yes, sir.
Virginia, are you seeing that?
Yeah, I realized a little earlier.
Yeah. So talk to me, guys. You all know the quadratic formula. Do you all know the quadratic formula? People on TikTok, people in my class. Do you all know the
Yes.
quadratic formula?
Yeah.
So okay, let me explain something, right? Joshima. I say your name wrong. Sorry about that. Joshima. Do you know why we have to use the quadratic formula here?
Not really, sir.
Not really? Okay, Josh. Let me try to factorize this now. Let me try to
Yeah.
factorize this. Somebody say, but how could you know by just watching? Okay, I'll explain it to you guys. So Josh, how would you typically factorize this?
You have to find two numbers that could multiply and get 3 and add to get negative 9.
Let me see. Let me see you try to do that. Let me see you try to do that, right? Let me see you try to do that. So multiply to give you 3 and add to give you a minus 9. Talk to me. I'm waiting patiently. I'm here sitting down.
So that's not possible.
It's possible, it's just that it's not gonna be actually not possible. Yeah, not possible. So like anytime you can't do this, you have to use the quadratic formula, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright. People on TikTok, I want a little answer this question. Are there any two numbers I would multiply to give you 3 and add to give you minus 9? Is that legal? Could that happen? Are there any pairs that would do that? No.
They're not legal, sir.
They're not legal. So if you can't do that, the only resort you have is to use the quadratic formula. Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So whenever you can't factorize, whenever you cannot factorize, what you had to use?
The quadratic formula.
Right, you gotta use the quadratic formula. Alright, so somebody tell me, what is the quadratic formula?
Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Right, so I'll say it again, guys. Alright? Whenever you can't factorize something, well, what you gotta do? You gotta use the quadratic formula. I know it's a little ugly, but you gotta use it. You gotta use it, right? Some people might say, curly head, I too young to teach maths, but I beg to differ. And you not young to do this maths either. Alright? Okay. I went by my barber today and he was telling me my hairline looking like I am for maths. Boy, and he started laughing, I started to cry. He started to laugh, I started to cry. Just imagine, I real young, I don't want people to be saying that. But I doing maths anyway, so curly head, if I could do it, you could do it. Right? Yeah. Right? So, anytime you cannot factorize, you have to use the quadratic formula. You're probably wondering, but sir boy, how I gonna get ABC? I will show you. It's not hard, no. It's not hard at all. This is the quadratic we are dealing with. X squared minus 9x plus 3. So Josh.
Yes, sir.
And FYI guys, I don't even think my hairline that bad. I don't know why you say looking like a M, guys. I don't know why you say that. I don't find it that bad. Like, I mean, I'm young, but... And it's a bit kind of sus for my age, but I don't find it that bad one time. Yeah. So, Josh, how am I going to get ABC from that?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
Simple. For A, it will be 1 because it's x squared.
Right? So it's 1x squared technically, so A is 1. What is B?
Yes, sir. Negative 9.
B is negative 9 with C.
3.
Good. That was hard, guys? Or that was easy?
It was easy, sir.
That was easy. Somebody say, look like a old man hairline. You sounding like a old man. Like what? You sounding like one. Okay, so if you want to find vex, we're just going to substitute now. So we're going to say minus, and B was minus 9, right? Plus or minus the square root. Now B is minus 9, so we're going to say minus 9 squared. Minus 4 by A is 1, and C is 3. And for A is 1. I'm going to go over the whole thing again. So, for those of you that are not seeing it, this is a quadratic because the highest power for x is 2. I see it 2, right? So, ax squared plus bx plus c. You can see that a is 1, b is minus 9, and c is 3, right? A is 1, b is minus 9, and c is 3. Great. So, guys, anywhere I see b, what am I going to write? What can I put for b? Anywhere I see b, what am I going to write?
Minus 9.
Minus 9.
I'm going to put minus 9. But I have to put the minus 9 in what? Talk to me. I have to put a minus 9 in what?
Bracket.
Brackets.
Yes, I have to put a minus 9 in brackets. So, minus 9 in brackets. And open bracket, close bracket, minus 9 squared. Because you know it's b squared and b is minus 9. Then it's 4 by a by c. So, what am I going to replace a with? What am I going to replace a with?
1.
I'm going to replace a with 1. What am I going to replace c with?
3.
Right. So nobody confused by that, right? Nobody confused by that.
9.
Right. And I replace a with what? What I replace a with?
1 again.
1.
Right. Guys, are we confused or are we cooking?
Cooking, sir.
The TikTok real cooking, guys. I'll show you something. Look at that. Followers.
Oh, that's crazy. Wait.
Yeah. That is genuinely crazy. Tell the people what to do, guys. Tell the people what to do.
Like, share, follow, and most importantly, join the classes.
Exactly. So, we lock in, right? So, what is negative by negative 9? Negative by negative 9 is what?
Positive 9.
Right? Let's work out inside the brackets now. Minus 9 squared is minus 9 by minus 9, which is 81. So that's going to be 81. 4 by 1 is 4, 4 by 3 is 12, so that'll be minus 12. What is 81 minus 12?
69.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
And that'll be over what?
2.
That'll be over 2. Right. Now, before I do anything, remember we are trying to find for x, right? And talk to me, guys. Talk to me. They want me to find area, but before I could find the area, I need to find what x is, right? Because can you all see that area is a function of x?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So do you think that area? Well, let me just find the answer and we go see, right? We will see accordingly. So let's plug this into our calculator. So the first solution is going to be 9 plus the square root of 69 over 2. So let me know what you guys get for that. And the other solution would be 9 minus the square root of 69 over 2. Give me an answer to two decimal places.
8.65 and 0.35.
Right, so let me know what y'all got for the first one to two decimal places. Okay, somebody is asking me how did I get plus 9? Well, negative by negative 9 is positive 9, right? Yeah. So guys, what is 9 plus the square root of 69 over 2? Let me know. Guys, what's that?
Oh, 8 plus 8.65.
Is anybody else getting 8.65 for the first one?
Yes, sir.
And that'll be centimeters, right? Well, let's just leave it. Let's just leave the centimeters out for now. What are you guys getting for the other one?
0.35.
Yeah.
Anybody else getting
Okay.
0.35?
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to my people on the TikTok. Let me know if I get that. WDAZ man. I don't know what kind of name is that, but you could only you can't factorize all quadratics. You cannot factorize all the quadratics, right? You can't do that. Sometimes you have to use the quadratic formula. Appreciate the gift, right? Cool. Everybody get that? The 8.65 and the 0.35?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Now, in the question they wanted me to find what? Read that for me. What they wanted me to find?
The numerical value of area if A is also equal to 11x minus 2.
Right. So, don't we have x now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and wasn't area equal to both of these?
Yep.
So where are they want me to plug in area into? I have x, right? So where are they want me to plug in x to? Are they want me to plug in x into this to find area? Or they want me to plug in x into this to find the area? They both go give you the same answer.
The simpler one, so 11x minus 2.
Right. So remember, area is equal to 11x minus 2. So let's try the first one. So that's going to be 11 by 8.65 by minus 2. Plug that into your calculators and let me know what you get. Yeah, this is higher level stuff. This is more so Form 5 work. This is more so Form 5, end of Form 5 kind of thing. Wouldn't say this is something you give a Form 4 students. This is this is a harder level question. You know when to use the quadratic formula anytime you have something to the power 2 and it cannot be factorized. So if you have something in the form ax squared plus bx plus c and you can't factorize it, you have to use the quadratic formula. Right, so what you'll get for that? 11 by 8.65 minus 2.
93.15.
And what do units would that be? What do units would that be, guys?
Centimeters squared.
Right, that's gonna be centimeters squared. Chicken noodles, that is small thing. Right? Okay. Now, let me check out something, right? Is that the only answer for x we have?
No, sir.
No, so we're gonna plug in x into that. So that'll be 11 by 0.35 minus 2. What is 11 by 0.35 minus 2?
1.85.
Let me check something. Well, apparently this has two solutions. Very weird question though. Very, very weird question. I think they probably make a mistake with this question or something, but we solved it correctly. Yeah, we solved it correctly. So I'm gonna explain the whole question from the top, right? Are you ready? Josh, let me know if you're ready. I'm gonna explain the whole thing from the top.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so Josh, let me start off from the top, right? They told me that a square has an area of A centimeters squared and a perimeter of P centimeters. You with me?
Yes, sir.
And they tell me that the area was x squared plus 2x plus 1. You understand?
Yeah.
You okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gonna run that back again. So they tell me that the area was x squared plus 2x plus 1. And they want me to find the perimeter in the first part. Now, before we could find the perimeter, Josh, we had to find what first?
The area. The length of one side.
How are you gonna find the length of one side if you have the area? Wait, don't give up, don't give up. You'll get through. Yeah? So Josh, if you have the area, how are you gonna find the length of one side?
You have to find the square root of the area.
Exactly. And when you find the square root of x squared plus 2x plus 1, we got x plus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. But that's the length of one side, but we're dealing with a square. So we gotta multiply that by what?
4.
We gotta multiply that by 4, and we get 4x plus 4. Let me know if you fully understand that.
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is the perimeter. That is the perimeter. Guys, if all you want to see me do back the whole question again, all I had to do just go on my YouTube channel and scroll back a little bit. I'm live on YouTube as well. I wonder how much YouTube viewers we have already. We have 7 viewers. We have 12 watching on YouTube. Go on my YouTube channel and you can see it, right? Cool. So I feel like we understand part A. Now part B is very tricky. Part B is a very difficult question. Very difficult question. Right? Real difficult question. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cap, I'm being real. It's a tough question. Tough cookie to crack. So, Virginia, in part B, they want me to find the numerical value of A, like a number for A, right? A number for A.
Yeah.
And they're telling us that A is also equal to what?
11x minus 2.
So if A is also equal to 11x minus 2, what we could form then?
An equation.
Exactly. So I could say x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to what?
11x minus 2.
Exactly. And now I could move across everything and I could solve it. Yeah?
Yeah.
When I move across 11x, that can turn into minus 11x. When I move across negative 2, that can turn into plus 2. So like, you see in 2x minus 11x, that minus 9x. And you see in plus 1 plus 2, that plus 3. Can we factorize that?
Unfortunately.
You can't factorize that. Nah. You had to use the quadratic formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wait, Massacre. Okay, everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you plug this into the quadratic formula. You plug that into the quadratic formula. And you end up getting 8.65 and 0.35. Lo and behold, both of these are valid solutions because none of these are negative. So at the start, they told us the area was x squared plus 2x plus 1, and the area was also 11x minus 2. And that's what they say?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we could now choose one of these to plug the x value into. Which one do they want to plug the x value into? X squared plus 2x plus 1 or 11x minus 2?
I mean, I would choose the simpler one, 11x minus 2.
Yeah.
I would pick that as well. Now, wouldn't you guys be kind of mind blown if I plug x into like the more complicated one and get the same answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you guys feel about that? People on TikTok and anybody in my class. Like, I plugged x into 11x minus 2 and I get 93, around 93. If I plug it into the more complicated looking one, and that's supposed to get the same thing?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
pretty insane.
Well, let me see now. Let me see. So, here what? Are you using a rounded off answer so we wouldn't get the exact thing, right? But it should be close. So I would say 8.65 squared plus 2 by 8.65 plus 1. Look at that. Look at that, guys. If we had used the exact value, I get the exact same answers.
Absolute cinema.
That real bad, right? That real bad. Because, area is the same, regardless of which one you use. So I probably understand that. Yeah. This one was really, really tricky. This one was real tricky. This one was real tricky. Let me try to find one that's a bit more bite-sized. Okay? Because that one was tricky. I'm not gonna lie. That one was tricky, right? Apologize
Okay.
about that, guys. That one was kind of tough for you. Okay, let's do this one. So, guys, that last question, that was. I feel like that was too hard. I feel like that was too hard, especially for Form 4 students. I don't think any Form 4 student will get that. I don't think. Nah, I don't think that. Like, that one was kind of tough. Let's look at one that hopefully should be a bit easier, right? Okay, who wanna help me with this one? My students, who wanna help me with this one? Any volunteers?
Yeah, I will do it.
Josh? Okay, I like that spirit. So Josh, give us a read from her. Give us a read from her.
The width of a rectangular field is W meters. The length is 6 meters more than twice the width. Write in terms of W an algebraic expression for the length of the field and the area of the field. The area of the field is 360 meters squared. Write an algebraic equation for the area of the field and determine the value of W.
Josh, you remember the mindset we're going into this with?
Yes, sir.
It don't have to be hard. It could be easy.
Yes, sir.
Alright? So Josh, what shape we dealing with?
A rectangle.
So if we, I'll hear that belch. I'll hear that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Josh, what shape we dealing with?
A rectangle.
We dealing with a rectangle this time, right? With a rectangle, are the sides the same length or different lengths?
Different lengths, sir.
Right, people on TikTok, let me know if you understand that. For a rectangle, would both of the lengths be the same or be different lengths? Let me know people on TikTok. Renisha, if we dealing with a rectangle, would the lengths be the same or would it be different lengths?
Different lengths.
It could
Remember,
be different lengths.
rectangle have two long sides and two short sides.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Right, so Josh, they're saying that the width of the rectangular field is what? Is how much meters? How much meters?
6 meters more
No, that's
than
not
twice
asking. Nah, the width. What's the width? What's the width of the rectangle?
W meters, sir.
Right. My favorite number, W. What? No, I just not say, boy. What I just not say? The maths gets into my here. The maths gets into my say favorite number, W. Way. Nah, boy. No. Let's see why I don't teach English. No.
Yes, sir. I see why. I see
I go stick to the
why.
maths. I go stick to the maths.
Stick to the maths. Stick to status quo.
Right. So, Josh, the width is what? What are you telling us the width is?
W meters.
Right. So, what I'm going to put for this over here?
W.
I'm going to put W. Okay, let me know if I understand that. They tell me that the width is W. Stop at W. Do you all understand that? Richard Boss,
Yes,
what's the
sir.
plan? But let me know if I understand that. They say the width is W. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put W by the width. I
Yeah,
think we
that makes
understand.
sense.
I think we're okay with that. And then they're saying the length is 6 meters more than twice the width. I'll probably feeling to crash when I read that one. Let me take it piece by piece, right? So Josh, they're saying the length is 6 meters more than what?
Twice the width, sir.
Okay, so what would twice the width look like?
2W.
Right? And it's how much more than 2W?
6. So plus 6.
Bam. Was that hard or that was easy?
That was really easy, sir.
That was real easy. That was light work. That was food. I'm gonna run that back one more time. So earlier, they're saying the width is W. The width is W. And they're saying the length, which is this. So the length is 6 meters more than twice the width. First, we'll have to work this part out. Twice the width. If the width is W, then twice the width would be 2W. And they said it was 6 meters more than that. So we had to add 6 to that. Do you guys understand that?
Yes, sir. So
Yes, sir.
before you say that, it's like that's like what I was thinking about, because in maths worded problems, you just have to look at the keywords that they have in problem itself, and you will be able to figure out parts of the question.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? Neela, Natalia,
Yes, sir.
Videsh. I'm not sure if Videsh still here. No, I'm not seeing Videsh. Andelina, Nia. Do you guys understand this first part?
Yes, sir. So,
All right. Somebody said, why not W2? That because it means the same thing. W by 2 means the same thing as 2W. W by 2 means the same thing as 2W, right? And strawberry, berry. I don't know why I put berry after strawberry. That's like strawberry squared. Yeah, that's like strawberry squared, you know?
What?
People are asking me why is not W squared. Let me ask you a question. This is earlier. This is a mistake students make too often. Let me correct it one time. Earlier, does 9 squared mean 18? Talk to me, earlier. Talk to me. Does 9 squared mean 18?
no, sir.
No, sir. 9 squared is 9 multiplied by itself, you know, which is
Yeah,
81.
9 squared means 9 by 9. This is utter nonsense. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
No,
9
nonsense.
Squared, 9 squared doesn't mean 18, you know. 9 squared don't mean 18, guys. 9 squared means 9 by 9. So would you say that W squared means W by... I mean, would you all say that W squared means 2W? Would you all say
No.
that?
No.
Nah.
No.
Huh?
W,
So
W...
can I tell them something?
Yeah, tell them.
Earlier, when you say 18, 18 is 9 by 2. 9 squared is 9 by 9. 9 multiplied by itself. That's how you get
Ex-
81. So if you say W squared, that is 2W. Wait. I want to make sure I say the correct thing. Wait.
I got help you. So people are saying W squared. I don't know where you guys get W squared from. You have to be very careful. Alright. They said the length is 6 meters more than twice the width. Twice the
Only
width.
realize on the line 6 meters more than twice. Twice means 2. Twice
Yeah.
is 2.
Twice means you
And
multiply
width
by
is
2.
W. Exactly.
Yeah.
2W plus 6
2W. Yeah, 2W
plus 6 more meters.
Right. I don't want to move on if all I don't understand that. Let me know if all I understand that. So when you read the length is 6 meters more than twice the width, that means that the length is first of all 2 times the width, so 2W, and 6 more, so I'll add 6. Let me know if all I understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I comprehend that.
A lot of people confused by that, boy. They're saying W squared is W by W hunting.
What? Guys, no, it's not. Oh my goodness.
All you know, this lady Maya on TikTok. Oh my goodness.
Oh, sir, you understand? Again, I tried to be serious here. Trying to teach them something, you know?
Olia, please let me know if Olia understand. Like I have like this problem. Like if I know a child confused, I real struggle to move on mentally now. I just think about this, keep my part nice and thing. Just keep my part nice. Olia want to keep my part nice? Like if Olia understand, tell me, you know, just drop W's in the chat if you understand. So I'm saying that the width is W, and I'm saying that the length Olia, they're saying the length is 6 meters more than twice the width. What would twice the width look like? Please tell me this. Guys, what would twice the width look like? If the width is W, what would twice the width look like? Drop it below. Yes,
W.
Natalia. That would be
It's
2W. But Natalia, they didn't just say it was twice the width. They say it was how much more?
6 meters more.
So I gotta add what to 2W?
6.
Yeah. All you understand that? Please tell me I understand.
Yes, sir.
Why are you
Yes, sir.
stressing out, sir? I understand. So you're stressing too much.
Let me know. Do you love the way? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I hope I understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. right? Okay, cool. So it says twice the width. Twice the width just means you're multiplying the width by 2. So 2W. 2 by W. So let me explain something. Some of you guys might say, well, if it's twice the width, right, then that is 2 by W. Some of you guys might say W by 2. Aren't these two the same thing technically? Aren't they the exact same thing? 2 by W and W by 2.
Yes, sir. It's multiplication. Multiplication could be either way, but it's still the same answer.
Correct. So 2 by W and W by 2 would both mean the exact same thing. Let me ask a little question, right? Just to end this debacle before we go. If I ask you what is twice 7? What is twice 7? What is twice 7, guys?
7 by 2, so 14.
Exactly. Twice 7 is 2 by 7, which is 14, right? So if I tell you guys twice W, what would that be?
2 by W, which is 2W.
Right. Good. I'm gonna move on. People that are watching this, hear this, earlier. From, Wednesday. I don't know why we spell Wednesday like this. Oliver asked that question. Why do we spell Wednesday like that? How that makes sense? I don't teach English, but that shouldn't make any sense. That is literally Wednesday. Oh, we just say Wednesday.
Yeah, literally. The way how you say it, it sounds like it's supposed to be spelled like that, but that's not how it's spelled.
Yeah. I don't know what that is about. Yeah, but hear this earlier. Wednesday, 10 a.m. The Thursday, well, I'm gonna put the date, right? So Wednesday the 26th this month to Thursday the 27th this month as well. I'm going to go live on YouTube and TikTok from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. So you know what that means? I'm gonna be teaching maths for 24 hours straight. I look forward to seeing you all. Right?
Yay.
Wednesday the 26th, all the way to Thursday the 27th, I'll be live on TikTok and YouTube teaching maths for literally 24 hours straight.
Yes, kids, be prepared.
Literally 24 hours straight. No sleep, no breaks, nothing, just teaching maths continuously for 24 hours.
That's it. My brain don't work like that, and you know that. I may have to take my sleep in between, but if you're still on by the time I get up, I will come and jump in. But
I doubt you're sleeping for 24 hours. I doubt you're sleeping for 24 hours.
Sir, but I can do it for the 24 hours, sir.
That's good, Nikolai. That's good. Only one man like Math Vibes, and I Math Vibes.
Hey, sir, don't throw me under the bus. I go be here. It's just that I'll take a little rest, but
no problem.
No.
Okay, so let's move on now. So, I don't get tired. No, maths. I love maths and teaching. Right? I can try to do the whole syllabus, if that's possible. Yeah, so anyways, guys, Josh, did we answer part 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Josh, I want you to explain it back to the people one more time. Explain back everything, so the people them understand.
So we need to find the width of a rectangular field, right? So the width is W meters. So by the width, we will put W. And then they tell we the length is 6 meters more than twice the width. So we'll put 2W plus 6.
Good. So, Josh, what was the answer for the first question? I'll call this A and I'll call this B. What was the answer for the first question?
2W plus 6.
Right, so the length is equal to 2W plus 6. And, Josh, what do you want me to find in part B?
The area of the field.
Exactly. How do you find the area of a rectangle?
So, width by length.
Exactly. So, to find the area is length by width, right?
Yes, sir.
So we know that the length is 2W plus 6, and we have to multiply that by what?
360.
Nah. What is the width?
W, sir.
So if I multiply that, what would I end up getting?
So it's 2W squared plus 6W.
Yes, W is in the chat for Josh. 2w squared plus 6w, right? And the reason why, so like, I feel like people genuinely not understanding this question, and I need to go over it one more time. Like literally one more time. Guys, in this question, we have a rectangle, right? Now, in a rectangle, the length and width are going to be two different lengths. They told us that the width is w, so the width is w, guys. And they say the length is 6 more than twice the width. If the width is w, then twice that will be 2w, and 6 more will be 2w plus 6. So, we have a rectangle with a width at w and a length at 2w plus x. Very great. So the answer for part A, the length is just 2w plus 6. Now, we have to find the area. The area for a rectangle is just length by width. The length is 2w plus 6 and the width is w. So you have to distribute the w across everything inside the brackets. So w by 2w is 2w squared and 6 by w is 6w. So, Josh, the answer for the other part, area, is equal to 2w squared plus 6w. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
What about the rest of you guys? Rest of people in my class?
Yes,
I want
sir.
to
That's
understand that.
understandable. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So that easy so far, right? Let me know if that easy so far. Let me know if you're following. What that's.
Yeah.
Alright, let's tackle part 2 now. So I'm gonna let Natalia help me with this one. Josh, Ariel help me with it. So wait, somebody asking why 2w squared. Let me explain. When you was finding area, it was length by width, right? So we're gonna multiply w by everything on the inside. Every single thing on the inside. So you have w by 2w. So 2w by w. As you can see, we're multiplying w by itself 2 times, so that's gonna be 2w squared. Good. And then we're gonna multiply w by 6, which is 6w. Good, so 2w squared plus 6w. Good. Nice. Yeah. So, Natalia, tell me what to do next.
Yes, so they said the area of the field is 360 meters squared. Write an algebraic equation for the area of the field and determine the value of w.
Right. So, in the first part, they said write an algebraic equation for the area of the field.
So we would put the w, 2w plus 6 is equal to 2w squared plus 6w.
Say that one more time.
We would put the 2w plus 6.
No. Take your time.
Okay, let's say, all right, write another equation.
So, Natalia, in
What
part
is-
2, they said write a what? Write a what? Talk to me.
Algebraic equation for the area of the field.
No. If it's an equation, that means you have 2 things and we have in the middle, we have.
Equal.
You have equal.
Equal sign.
What do we find the area to be above, Natalia?
The length.
Nah. So like the width was w, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the length was 2w plus 6. So to find the area, we said length by width. So the area was 2w squared plus 6w. That's the area. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That is the area in terms of what variable? That's the area in terms of what?
W.
Good. So that's the area there, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then in part 2, what are they telling the area is? What are they telling us the area is?
360
Exactly.
meters squared.
And they saying write an algebraic equation now for area. So what do you think we should do there?
So you would put the 360 is equal to 2w squared plus 6w.
Yes. So any of
Okay.
you guys that said that, you would have been correct. Right. So Natalia, you understand that they say write an algebraic equation. If it's an
Yes,
equation,
sir.
then you had to say that one thing is equal to another thing, right?
Correct. Left hand side is equal to the right hand side.
Yes. You would know there fully.
Yeah.
And now in the last part, we find the area to be 2w squared plus 6w. And in this part, it's telling you the area is 360. So I say 360 is equal to 2w squared plus 6w. You fully understand that, like fully?
Yes, sir.
Like real fully?
Yeah, like 90%.
Like fully automatic?
90%.
Where all that 10% gone? Where all that 10% gone?
Because I was a bit confused as to how to form the equation initially. Like what I said, I was 10% lost.
I see, but you understand that area is 360 and area is also 2w squared plus 6w.
Yes, sir.
Bad. So, and I want to ask you a question, Natalia. This is looking like a what type of equation? What kind of equation are looking like? Kind of equation are looking like? You see into the power 2. Anytime you see to the power 2, what kind of equation that smells like? It's smelling like a what?
I think I forgot the term.
Quadratic.
Quadratic, okay.
Yeah. This is a quadratic.
Okay, sir.
Anytime you see in something to the power 2 is a quadratic. So this is a quadratic.
Okay.
Now I want you to remember how we solve that quadratic equation. I want you to understand how we solve that quadratic equation. So look at all the examples.
I think you have to find the square root of the area.
Nah. So if we want to solve a quadratic equation, you need to get it equal to 0 and then try to factorize it and try to figure out what would make each factor 0.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So can you see that this is our quadratic here?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we want it to be equal to 0 so we could solve it. So what if we should do there? If we want it to be equal to 0.
We would have to
You've got this.
put it in brackets.
Nah. So like we want to get it in this form, right? We want to get it in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But like instead of x, we have w in this case. So instead of x, we have w. So don't get scared. It's the same kind of thing. So how could we go about making this look like this? Talk to me.
We would have to bring the 2w squared plus 6w to the other side, the left side.
I could do that, but to make it a bit easier to work with, I could move across instead.
The 360.
Right? If I move across the 360, then we'd end up with 0 is equal to what?
2w squared plus 6w plus or minus 360.
Minus 360, correct.
Yeah.
You with me so far?
Yeah.
So we have a quadratic there, and that quadratic is equal to what?
0.
That quadratic is equal to 0. Now, guys, is there anything we could do throughout to make it a bit easier to solve? Is there anything we could do to make it a bit easier to solve?
Divide by 2.
Why? Why, Natalia? She's saying to divide by 2, but why do you think she's saying that? Why do you think she's saying that though? Why do you think she's saying divide by 2?
To get rid of the 2w squared? Or just the 2 from the w squared?
No. Remember, wherever you have to do everything. Okay. If we divide them by 2, we divide everything by 2. But why we choose 2 though? Why we choose 2? Why we didn't divide throughout by 3? Why we didn't divide throughout by 4? Why specifically 2?
Because
goat icon, yes. Yeah, talk to me.
I think it's because the 360 can be divided by 2 without leaving any remainder.
Exactly. So in other words, 2 is the highest common factor between 2, 6 and 360. Let me explain.
Right.
So Natalia, you understand that 2 is the biggest number that could go into 2, 6 and 360, right?
Yeah.
So like 2 could go into 2 one time, 2 could go into 6 how much times?
2 times.
Nah.
3 times.
Right? And 2 could go into 360 how much times?
2 times.
Good. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So 0 is going to be, so we're going to divide everything by 2 because 2 is the highest common factor. So when I divide this by 2, what are we going to get?
Do we get 1?
Not just one. And be careful.
1W. 1W.
What happened to the squared?
1W squared.
Right, which is just W squared, yeah.
5 plus 3W.
Plus 3W, correct.
Minus 180.
Yes, minus 180. Good. So now, what we had to do with that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we did questions like this before. Let me think about it. When you had to solve a question like this, what did you do? Like x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. What do you do?
You find what can go into both 8 and 16?
Well, you find what number would multiply to give you the last term and add to give you the middle term, right?
Yes, sir.
So you factorize and then you find what would make each factor 0. So guys, I seen people say AC method. No, you don't have to use the full-on AC method. This is a simple trinomial we've reduced it to because now it's just 1W squared. So here's what we're going to do, right, Natalia?
Yes, sir.
Since it's just W squared, we're going to open up 2 brackets. What's going to go in the first bracket?
W.
What's going to go in the other bracket?
W.
No, this one is going to be a bit harder, guys. It's going to be a bit hard. Okay. Natalia, what is the last term?
180.
Be careful about that. Be careful.
Minus 180.
Right? So we're looking for 2 numbers that would multiply to give minus 180, but add to give what?
Three.
3, yes. Now, I'm going to show a little hack, right? This is like Virginia, Natalia, Angelina, Nia, Neela, Josh. I think all of you guys might want to pay attention here. This is going to be a legendary hack. A legendary hack. So, Natalia, you there with me?
Yeah.
Natalia, what you sure could go into 180? Like, okay, you understand that 180 kind of tricky, right? Because, like, that's a big number. So, I'm going to ask you this. What do you feel could go into that?
90.
90 could go into that. So, what's your YouTube name? My YouTube name is Math Vibes. The most in-depth page in the whole Caribbean. Math Vibes. I'll be live there on Wednesday the 26th to Thursday the 27th, right? Okay. Yeah. So, Natalia, you're telling me
Yes,
that...
sir.
Like, what number is it? 90?
Yeah.
So
90 and 90 will make 180.
Good. 90 by 2 is 180, right?
Yeah.
I gonna show you an insane hack. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If I divide 90 by 2 and I multiply 2 by 2, I'm still gonna get back 180. So what is 90 divided by 2?
45.
What is 2 by 2?
4.
Guys, what is 45 by 4? What is 45 by 4? What is
180.
Right, because if you divide 1 by 2, you multiply the other 1 by 2 to like cancel off the effect. Right?
Alright.
Okay. Now we start off with 90 and 2, right? If we add or subtract 90 and 2, will that ever give us 3?
No, it wouldn't.
Nah.
Like if you say 90 minus 2, right? That'll be 80. That'll be 88. If you say the other way around, that'll be minus 88, right? So that wouldn't work. You understand?
Right, yeah.
So like 45 and 4, would that work or nah?
No.
Nah, that wouldn't work. So what number you could think about that could go into 45?
3.
3, right? Oh, we're
Yeah.
getting there. I'm excited, Natalia. So 45 divided by 3 is...
15.
And we gotta do what with 4? Okay, if you divide 45 by 3, to get back, to cancel off that effect, what you gotta do to the 4?
Divide by 4?
Nah. Alright.
Multiply
Talk to me,
4 by
right?
3?
What is it?
Is it multiply 4 by 3?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Let me explain, right? Let me explain. Look at this, right? The whole point is that we leave the product unchanged. We leave the product unchanged. Let me explain. Paul, I appreciate that. I feel like I don't think if a large amount of students would appreciate my techniques, but I know that some students might appreciate my teaching style, right? So like let me explain. So Natalia,
Yes,
if you
sir.
multiply, like let me just say we start off with 1, right? Let me just say we start off with 1. We start off with 1. If I multiply 1 by 2, I'll get.
Yeah, we'll get 2.
So what I gotta do back with 2 to get back 1?
2 by 1?
No. So we start off with 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I multiply 1 by 2. What we at right now? What number we at right now?
2.
2. What would I have to do now with 2 to get back 1?
1 over 2?
Nah. So I multiply 1 by 2, so I have 2 right now. 2, what would I do to 2 to get back 1? I would multiply it, divide it. What would I do?
Divide 2 by 2?
Yeah. So like, and I'd get back.
You'll get back 1.
So if I multiply a number by a number, okay, if I multiply 1 by 2, then I gotta divide that result by 2 to get back 1. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
So like if like I divide 90 by 2, then to make sure the product doesn't change, I have to do what with 2 now?
Multiply by 2.
Exactly. So I don't mess with the product. Remember, I still want to get 180, you know.
Yeah.
So if I divide 90 by 2, well, I multiply 2 by 2. Right? That gives us 45 by 4. But when you look at that, they're not gonna give us 3. If you add on and minus, they're not gonna give us 3, right? They're not gonna give us 3. So then we ask ourselves, how much lower we could go, right? So you notice 3 could go into 45, right? So
Yes,
if you divide 45 by 3, you'll get 15. But if you
15.
divide 45 by 3, we gotta do it 4 to ensure you don't change the product.
Multiply by 3.
Exactly. And where's 4 by 3?
You'll get 12, and then I guess you would have to add the 12 and the 3 to get 15.
No, that's not the question. So like,
Okay.
check it back from a fast. What's 15 by 12? What's 15 by 12?
180.
Yeah, we get back to the 180, right? Now let me ask you a question. Is there anything we could possibly do with 15 and 12 to get back 3?
Divide by 3.
Nah. Alright, so let's answer back the original question. We were looking for 2 numbers that would multiply to give us minus 180. If we're using 15 and 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hear what? Now let me ask you a question, Natalia. What's the difference between 15 and 12?
12.
Nah. The difference between 15 and 12. So like, what's like the difference? Like
3.
3. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Right? So like 15 and 12 is what we had to use, right? That combination is what we had to use. So like tell me, how you feel I should do it? Should I say minus 15 plus 12? Or should I say or should I say 15 minus 12? What should I say? Should I say minus 15 plus 12?
15 minus 12.
Alright, so that'll be 15 plus minus 12. And would 15 by minus 12 give me back minus 180?
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna say W plus 15 and W what?
W minus 12.
Good. What's the next step? Talk to me. What is the next step?
We would have to find for W to give 0.
Exactly. So we would put each factor equal to what?
0.
So somebody is saying how we get minus 12. Let me explain something, right? So, Natalia, can you agree that the whole point was to find 2 numbers that would multiply to give me negative 180 and add to give me 3?
Yes, sir.
So Natalia, if we're looking for a number that would give us minus 180 when you multiply, to enter a negative number, it would be a positive by a negative or a negative by a
Alright.
positive.
Yes, sir.
So and like when you look at 15 and 12, right? And doesn't that give you a positive 180?
Yes, sir.
Do
Yeah.
we want to get positive 180 though?
No, sir.
We want to get negative 180. So again, to get negative 180, it got to be like a positive by a negative or a negative by a
Negative, correct.
positive. Now we have
Yes,
to figure out where we put in that negative, right? We have to figure out where you want to put our negative, right?
We will
No.
put the negative by the lesser number.
Exactly. So because if I say 15 plus minus 12, what would I get?
You will get 3.
I would get 3. I would get 3, yeah. So that is why I put the negative by the 12. If I had put the negative by the 15, I would have
Yeah,
gotten
you would have
negative
got
3
negative 3.
instead of positive 3. And we did not want that.
Alright.
So that's why we do that. So 15 by negative 12 and 15 plus negative 12. So you're going to say W plus 15 is equal to what now?
0.
And you...
Sorry.
Oh,
Quiet.
wait, somebody say, what about if you're from another Caribbean country? Guys, I accept PayPal, Western Union, MoneyGram. So I accept inter-Caribbean students all over the world. Right? So yes, Natalia. So W minus 12 will be equal to?
0.
Right? How would I solve for W now?
It will move across the constants.
Yeah. So W will be equal to what now?
Negative 15 and positive 12.
Let me know if you understand that.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's not easy. It's just the other workings I was confused about.
Yeah, what, guys? So Natalia, wouldn't you agree that like this is kind of tough to figure out in the exam, right?
Yeah.
If that giving you trouble, my best advice is use the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula will give you the answer one time and you try to plug it in and it'll give you the answer. You want to see what that would look like?
Yeah.
Let me know, guys, people on TikTok. This kind of hard to figure out for such a big number. Would you all like to see the quadratic formula instead, which will give you the answer every single time?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay, no
sir.
problem. Okay, no problem, because I understand this is a lot to ask of a student. Like 180 is a big number, right? It might kind of be hard to figure out what two numbers will multiply to give 180 and minus 180 and add to give 3. So let's look at the quadratic formula. By the way, before I move on, W represents what? Does it represents what? What does W represent? Any question? What does W represent?
The width.
The width. Guys, can we have negative width?
Nah.
Also.
Wait, I'm gonna pull out my ruler.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you seeing negative on this ruler anywhere? Talk to me. Are you seeing negative on this ruler, guys? Are you seeing negative anywhere? No. You can't measure. There's no such thing as negative. Like, so which answer is wrong?
Negative 15 for sure.
15.
Wait, Chris asking me, how is baby? Bro, what baby you talking about? Mrs. Master have to go beat me or she go think about outside woman. Boy, I don't know. I don't have a child. I just have a baby. I think you're talking about my baby cousin. I think you're talking about my baby cousin. Yeah. Oh, you meant like Chad. That even funnier. So guys, and so you know Chad Beachon, the other math teacher. So like Chris, Professor Pedro, Richard, Cohen, all of them must be joking and saying that idols look like Chad. We just look alike. So when Chris, big up Chris by the way, Chris from Adapt Tuition is goated guys from maths, art maths, POA, POB, everything, man is a goat. But like, so when he joined the live, he was like, hey Chad, how's the baby? Because Chad recently had a child. And I didn't catch the joke until I read it back. Because it was like, he say like, I look so much like him, he could not tell that was a joke. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't have a baby. The only baby I have is Mrs. Math Vibes. Yeah, that's my baby. It's my world. W Mrs. Math vibes. Okay. So let me look at the quadratic method, right? So Natalia, what is the quadratic formula? What's the quadratic formula, Natalia? What's the quadratic formula? You want to tell me?
Yeah, I can't remember now. Honestly, I can't remember.
No problem. So in this case, are we solving for x or are we solving for w?
For W.
We are solving for w, so we will say that w is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Yeah, you dig? That's the formula. That is the formula.
Yes, sir. I was trying to write it down, but I think I missed it.
Ah, that's okay. So like, if we are looking at this, right, could you tell me the values for a, b, and c? Dr. Ma, what are the values for a, b, and c, b?
Is 2.
Well, if you want, you could use this as well. That's not a problem. So if you want to use this one, a would be 2. B would be what?
6.
And C would be what?
360.
No, minus 360.
Minus 360, sorry.
That is alright. Now, I'm gonna blow some people's minds, right? Like, okay, guys, do you all think that this and this are the exact same thing, or like one is like a different, like okay, be honest. Do they look like the exact same thing, Natalia?
Yeah.
No, they're not the same thing.
Okay.
They're not the same thing. They will have the same x-intercepts, as I'll show you. They'll have the same solutions, but they're not the same thing. They are not the same thing. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that. So I can show you. Right? People think they're the same thing, but they're not. Let me show you. If I were to plot a graph of 2x squared plus 6x minus 360, right? So I plot that graph over there. You see that? Now we're going to plot the graph of x squared plus 3x minus 180. Talk to me, right?
Yeah, they're not the same.
They're not the same. However, they cut the x-axis at the same one. Okay, can you all see that they cut in the x-axis at the same place? Watch.
Yes, sir.
Am I the only one that's seeing that? Like, they cut in the x-axis at the same place?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay, look at it, right? Okay, where's the green one cut on the x-axis? At 12 and minus 15, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's the blue one cut on the x-axis?
12 and minus 15 as well.
Exactly. So that their solutions, their real solutions, the x-intercepts are the same, but the scaling is very off. So I don't want you all to ever say that these two are the same functions. They have the same solution, but they're not the same function. Their scaling is different. They have the same x-intercepts, but the scaling is different. So understand that. So Natalia, if you use 2w squared plus 6w minus 360 and you plug that in, you get the same answers as this. But which one is easier to plug in though? Which one is easier to plug in? Which number is easier to plug in? 2, 6, 360 or 1, 3 minus 180? Which one you rather plug in?
The lesser?
Exactly, the lesser numbers.
Yeah.
But you understand, if you plug in 2, 6 minus 360, or if you plug in 1, 3 minus 180, you get the same answer.
Yes, sir.
You get the same answer. But let me use the smaller numbers, right? Just to make things a bit simpler. So if we're using this one over here, what would A, B, and C be?
A would be 1.
A would be 1. Yes, A would be 1. What would B be?
3.
And what would C be in that instance?
Minus 180.
Yeah. So let's plug that in now. So that's going to be minus 3. You tell me what to write. Curly head say, sir, it's 11:33. Let the children sleep. Am I holding you all hostage?
Now we have vibes.
I know holding these students hostage, you know. Them here up their free volition doing this. Yeah. Right, so tell me what to do, Natalia.
Right. So be 3 squared
Mm-hmm.
and minus 4 a, which is minus 3.
Now, take your time.
I mean, sorry,
What is it?
1
Mm-hmm. And by C, what's C?
minus 180.
Yeah. And that's going to be divided by what?
2 by 1.
Good. So let's work out inside the brackets, right?
Yes, sir.
So I want you to plug this into your calculator for me. So let's plug that into our calculators. Guys, when I tell you all the number of followers we got from this live, you won't believe me. Like my loyal supporters, my loyal students. When I tell you all, you wouldn't believe me.
How many we have now?
I will tell you after.
Okay.
It's mind-boggling. It's like it should be illegal. Let me know if you guys get in 729.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Here, what do we find the square root of 729 one time? The square root of 729. What we get?
27.
Right. And that's going to be over 2. Now, you see that plus or minus thing? You see that plus or minus thing? It just means you're going to have two solutions, a positive one and a negative one. So that just means W is going to be equal to minus 3 plus 27 over 2. Or it could mean what, Natalia?
Or minus 3 minus 27 over 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's going to be minus 3 plus 27 over 2, which is 12. So over here we get in 12. And then for the other one, you're going to get minus 30 over 2. What is minus 30 over 2?
Minus 30 over 2, that's minus 50.
Exactly. So, like, what you rather do? You rather manually factorize it? You rather just plug it into the quadratic formula?
Yeah, the quadratic easier.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Both will give you the same result. So yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, W represents what, guys? What does W represent? What does W represent?
Width.
The width?
The width. Now, can width be negative?
No.
No.
So minus 15 is invalid.
Yeah, width cannot be negative. Therefore, W cannot be equal to negative 15. Therefore, W is equal to 12 centimeters. Do we fully understand that, guys? Let me know, people on this Zoom meeting.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
Anybody on TikTok understand how we do this question? I don't know if anybody did. I don't know. I'm not sure. Jazzy Love, good. Somebody asking, but where did negative 27 come out from, right? Guys, let me explain something for you all. Let me explain something, right? If I ask you what the square root of 25 is, aren't I asking you what two numbers by itself would give you 25?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Right. Guys, what two numbers by itself would give you 25? What two numbers
Five.
by itself?
Plus or minus 5.
5 by 5. Now, let me know if you guys understand that. 5
Yes,
by
sir.
5.
Yeah.
Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So like, guys, if I want to find the square root of 25, I'm asking myself, what two same numbers would multiply to give 25? 5 by 5. But you know what the people always forget? What do they forget?
That minus 5 by minus 5 could also give you 25.
Exactly. So, anytime you find a square root, how much solutions you actually have?
2 solutions.
Yeah, you actually have two solutions. I hope you understand that. So the square root of 25 is actually 5 and negative 5. Do we understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
People on TikTok, do we understand that when you find the square root, you actually get a positive and a negative solution? That's something a lot of students do fully grasp. Okay, good. Alright, so call me. Some people don't understand that, right? So let me explain. Guys, the square root function asks us what number by itself would give me back the number I put in. So like, let me ask you that question, right? In the calculator, I want you to put 5 by 5. What is 5 by 5? Talk to me, guys. What's 5 by 5?
25.
Right, so therefore 5 is our answer. I want you to do this now. What is minus 5 by minus 5? What is minus 5 by minus 5?
Also
Also
25.
25.
Exactly, so what also gave me 25? The minus 5?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, so when you find the square root, you actually get a positive and a negative solution.
Nice.
Yeah. So guys, if I asked you all to tell me the square root of 64, students in my class take quiet. I know all they understand it. I know all they understand it. I see Virginia's laughing and grinning there. I know all they understand this. Guys, I want you to tell me the solutions for the square root of 64. What is the answers? Answers, not just answer. What are the answers? 2 answers. If you tell me 8 by itself, that's wrong. If you tell me 8 by itself, that's wrong. Nathan, you're correct. Sweet girl Emma, no, I'm not saying anybody's sweet, eh? Mrs. Matvibes or beat my just reading she name. Right? If all they just tell me 8, you're wrong. You have to tell me 8 and minus 8. You know why? Because 8 by 8 would give you 64, and minus 8 by minus 8 would also give you back 64. So I hope we understand that. So guys, that is why in the quadratic formula, outside the square root, you see that plus or minus sign. Because Natalia, when you find the square root, how much solutions you get?
2, sir.
A positive and a?
Negative.
Yes. Yes. You fully understand that?
Yes, sir.
So that is why one of the solutions was plus 27 and the other solution was minus 27. Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
Nice, nice, nice. Cool. So I want to do a little easier question before we go, because we do some mental questions today. We do some hardcore questions today.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Like, let me do some easier questions. I kind of hot on your brain today. You know, I kind of put you all through the rigors. I definitely did that. So let's do an easy question. Before we do our question, right? Before we do that easy question, I have a simple question for you all. This could be kind of controversial, but this is a good example, I find. We have Shania over here. Actually, Shania is a red girl. I don't know how the story does go. People in Trinidad, I don't think people outside of Trinidad will get this joke. But like, let me just say we have Shania over here, right? This is Shania over here. Shania is a red girl. Shania is a red girl. I have Ravi over here. You know Ravi have a gold chain and thing, you know? It's Ravi. It's Ravi, guys. This is Ravi, right? And this is T-Lock over here. He have house and land and thing. This man have house and land and thing, right? Talk to my guys. Which one I think Shania will go with?
Ravi?
Rav, what? Nila, no, Nila, I need to tell your father to talk to you. I need to tell your father to talk to you, Nila. Nila, you go watch a man that just have a gold chain versus a man that have house and go with the man with just in gold. Nah, Nila. Talk to me. What they go do people on TikTok? What they go do? Who I think Shania going with? Ravi or T-Lock? Both. Whoa. Virginia say both. Alright. So let me explain something, right? Let me just say Shania end up linking with both Ravi and T-Lock. Now something happened and you know it have a baby now. It's a baby. This is our baby, right? So how much, okay, who could be the father? Right? Like, who could be the father? Who could be the father here?
We don't
Like,
know.
talk to me. Oh, we don't know. So, like, how much variables we have here? Like, in terms of fathers, how much variables we have?
Two.
How much variables we have?
2.
Ravi or T-Lock, we have two variables, right? We have two variables. I'll understand that, right? We have two variables.
Okay.
So if I wanted to figure out who the father is, I got how to do what with one of the variables?
One.
Test, I don't know.
I would have to eliminate one of the unknowns. So, like, let me explain, right? Let me explain. If Shania go and do a DNA test and the baby show up to be Ravi baby, then that would eliminate T-Lock from being the father.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that leaves us with who? That leaves us with who?
Ravi.
Ravi.
Exactly, right? So let me run through the concept again. In this scenario, we have how much unknowns?
2.
We have two unknowns. Right, we have two unknowns, right? Hope you understand that. And we are trying to figure out who is the father. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I post this on the story and thing, don't forget to tag me, right? Right? So like let me just put the headline here. Who is the father? So we have two unknowns, right? We have Ravi and T-Lock. So to find who the father is, we would have to get rid of one of the unknowns, right? So we'd have to eliminate one of the unknowns. I have a question though. A little fine this is happening in Trinidad too often. Like this exact
Yes, sir.
scenario. This exact scenario does happen too often. You know, like Shania, Ravi, T-Lock, you know. Shout out Ravi and T-Lock if you're watching this. Ravi and T-Lock are my good friends. I'd ask them if they know a red girl named Shania, but ask them. But anyways. All you understand what I'm trying to say? If it's two fathers and it'll be hard to figure out who's the father.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
hey, Angel, we are doing maths. Emma, all out right now we doing maths, right? Here what I'm saying. We have two unknowns. We're trying to figure out who is the father. To figure out who the father is, wouldn't we have to get rid of one of the unknowns? Guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry, yeah.
Exactly. So if we figure out that Ravi is the father, doesn't that eliminate T-Lock, leaving Ravi as the only father?
Yes, sir.
Do you all understand the concept? If you have two unknowns, there's problems. So you have to eliminate one of the unknowns. Do you all understand that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Do you guys fully understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you try, so like, wait, I'm teaching all the guys how to protect all this stuff from one on thing here. Anyways, Math Vibes 101. Avoid red girl. Right? So, long story short, if you want to solve a system of linear equations with two unknowns, what you need to do with one of the unknowns? What do you need to do?
Eliminating.
Right. You need to eliminate. I will show you elimination today. Elimination is the easier one. In the next class, I will show you substitution, right? But we're going to do elimination today. Elimination is by far the easier one. Right. So if you want to solve a system of linear equations with two unknowns, that's what you're going to look at in CSEC maths. You could eliminate one of the unknowns. So to eliminate one of the unknowns, we could either add the equations, add the two equations, Or if adding doesn't get rid of the unknown, what you could do instead? What's the opposite of adding?
Subtract.
Minus.
Right, so minus the two equations. Okay, so you're probably wondering, but sir, boy, when do we know to add? When do we know to add? Okay, let me explain. If you had something like 7x, okay, if you had something like minus 7x and 7x, what symbol would you put here in the middle to cancel it off? Talk to me, guys.
Plus.
Plus.
Do you all understand that if you had minus 7x and you had 7x, what would you put in the middle for it to cancel off?
Plus sign.
You will put a plus sign. So long story short, you add the two equations. If you have the same coefficient, you do this if you have the same coefficient, but what sign? Same coefficient, but
Different signs.
exactly. Okay, and let's look at when you would minus the equation. So let's just say you had 7x and you had 7x, and you wanted to cancel that off. What sign would I put in the middle, guys?
Minus.
Do we understand that?
Yes.
Good. And so you would minus the two equations if they have the same coefficient. Right, so I can take a screenshot of this, and again, if I tag me on the story and thing, I mean, if I post me on the story, tag me, right? Yeah, tag me. Virginia, hit them with the information if you need the classes.
Of course. Hold on 1 second.
Right? Okay, so Josh, I'm not sure if you're still here. Neela, I'm not sure if you're still here. Natalia, Renisha, talk to me, guys.
I
Nia,
always want to know.
Angelina. Alright. Okay, I feel like Josh knock out, you know. I think Josh knock out. That's what I think. That is this 101 here is how to avoid horn 101. If you know, you know. Yeah. How will I enjoying the vibes though? Like I was trying to make maths really easy to understand, but also fun. It shouldn't be boring. Maths should not be boring. Maths should be interesting. Right, so once you all have a screenshot of that, let's move on to an example, right? Let's move on to an example. So, Neela, we're going to look at an example together, right? Neela, talk to me. Let me know if you're there.
Yes, sir.
That's not what I want. I'm feeling sad how Josh fall asleep, yes? Every one of you guys here that are in like the Zoom meeting, you all are cut above the rest, you know, because I send this link on the Math Vibes community for any one of my students to join, and like out of my like 50, 60 students, only 7 people join. People on TikTok, I wanted to see that, yeah? Like, I send these live sessions to all my students in my community, but only like 7 people join. Out of like 60. Let us sink in. That is the difference between the students that have a different mind. They have a different mindset. You understand? It's like a different mindset. It's the difference between people that succeed and people that just don't succeed. You gotta be willing to sacrifice and put in the work. Alright? It is Sunday night, but yet they're still here, right? They're still grinding. Right? I still teaching. You understand? So there's a difference. That you see like people like to make excuses like it's a Sunday, right? Why we doing work? that same mindset is carry on to a bunch of other things in your life, and that explains why you're not successful, I think. I'm not talking about you, I'm just talking about like a generalization. You have to be willing to sacrifice and do the things that nobody else would do. Like, guys, if all you don't want to be average, you shouldn't be showing an average effort. You understand?
That's true, sir.
Yeah, why you showing an average effort if you want to become better? So let's answer the question. So we have x plus y is equal to 9, and we have x minus y is equal to 3. So talk to me, guys. How much unknowns are you all seeing here? Talk to me.
Two unknowns.
We're seeing two unknowns, right? What is one of the unknowns?
X.
X, and what's the other unknown?
Y.
Does everybody in like on TikTok understand that we don't know what X is and we don't know what Y is? X and Y, okay, so letters in math, they represent placeholders. So like X and Y could be any number, right? But we don't know what number it is. We're looking for, so like Natalia, we're looking for the numbers for X and Y such that it would satisfy both equations. So in other words, Natalia, I'm looking for I'm looking for what X and Y would be, so that when I plug it in here, I'd get 9, and when I plug it in here, I'd get 3. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So the two unknowns here are X and Y, because I don't know what X is. Natalia, you know what X is? Do you know what X
No,
is?
sir, I don't.
Do you know what Y is?
No, sir.
No. Natalia, what you want to get rid of? X or Y?
X.
You want to get rid of X? That is X and that is X. What should do with X and X with a cancel off?
Minus it.
Exactly. We have to be careful about this, eh? You're gonna minus this whole equation.
Yes, sir.
So let's look at that. What would X minus X be?
0.
0. Good. Hey, we figure out who the father is, right? But like I hope all you understand, right? Guys, watch. X minus X. What is X minus X, guys? What is X minus X?
0.
Y.
It eliminates, it cancelled off. It cancelled off, right? It literally cancelled off. Hope you understand that. Over here we have Y minus minus Y. So we have Y minus minus Y. So, Natalia,
Yes, sir.
what is minus minus Y?
That's just Y.
Positive,
That's
negative.
positive Y, positive Y.
Right, so what is Y plus Y?
2Y.
2Y, right? So I can say plus 2Y. And then lastly, let me see if you could figure this out. What do you think I should put here? Guys, people in the Zoom meeting, let me everybody tell me, what do you think I should put here? That question mark there.
You would have to minus 9 from 3, which would be 6.
What would I get? 6. Yes, 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 yes. Good. So we end up with 2Y is equal to 6. You understand?
Yeah.
So if 2Y is equal to 6, how would I find for Y?
Divide both sides by 2.
And Y would be?
3.
Exactly. That was hard?
No, it wasn't.
Honestly, talk to me, guys. Was that hard? Like, was that hard?
No, sir.
No. Yeah, that wasn't that hard. That wasn't hard at all. So, Natalia, we've now
Yes,
figured
sir.
out what Y is. So, the last step is, so you see how you know what Y is?
Yes, sir.
You could pick an equation and you could plug that into it and you could solve for X now. Which equation do you want to plug that into? You want to plug that into equation 1 or you want to plug that into equation 2?
Equation 2, I guess.
No problem. So, where's equation 2?
X minus Y is equal to 3.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right? What is Y?
3.
Oh, we know Y is.
3.
Emma, don't worry, I'll explain it back for you. I don't want anybody to feel slow or feel like they're not with like they're behind. I'll explain it back for you. I don't want anybody to feel that they're being left behind. I'll go over it again. Right? Don't worry. So Natalia, we have x minus 3 is equal to 3. X minus 3 is equal to 3. We had to find for x. So what would I do with our minus 3?
You will carry it across, which it would turn to positive 3.
Right?
36. X is equal to 6.
Correct. Mm-hmm. They probably scratching their head and saying, but sir, how am I gonna know that's the solution?
You could put it back into the equation.
Yeah. So like over here they're saying that x plus y is supposed to be what? What x plus y is supposed to be?
9.
Let me see. X is 6 and y is 3. What is 6 plus 3?
9.
Bam. X is 6, y is 3. Does that give us back 3?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sweet girl Janika. That's great. But I feel like you're bragging there. Everybody is different. I want you to understand this, and I think society would be a better place if we understood this. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and we're all different. I don't think bragging is the best thing to do.
That's true.
I feel like if we help each other, as opposed to bragging, like trying to show we better than other people, then the world would be a better place. Genuinely.
Well said, sir.
Because like all of us different. People say letters shouldn't be in maths. Dog, letters just mean that we don't know something. That's all. Like that's all. Like that's all. Like you just use algebra every day, you know. Natalia, you know you just use letters in every day? Like algebra in every day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like here what? If I tell you that 3 doubles cost $21, how you gonna find for 1 doubles?
You had to figure out what D is.
No, like here what, right? Let me just say I'm talking to you in real life, right? And I was like, hey girl,
Or just carry across the 3. Or divide 21 by 3, which would be 7.
Exactly. So all you can't tell me letters don't belong in maths. Alright? You just use it in your everyday life. If I tell you I buy 3 doubles for $21, that is 3 doubles is 21. And so to find for 1 doubles, you could divide 21 by 3. That's algebra. So I don't know what they're on about when they say letters shouldn't be in maths. Letters has always been in maths. It just represents something that we don't know. Understand? If you see a letter in maths, it just means that we're trying to find for something and we don't know where it is, so we just put a letter. Okay. I'm going to go over this whole question because there's some people that are confused and I don't want anybody to leave my life confused. I do not want that. So, Natalia, when you look at this, right? When you look at this, Natalia, I want you to tell me how much things we don't know here. How much things we don't know?
X and Y, 2.
We don't know what X and Y is. Guys, remember, I just told you all, if you see a letter, then okay, look, Jenna, look, Miguel, Jenna, look, my daughter, Jenna, look, Jenna, reach. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so, let's see how fast I get distracted because of the ADHD. Like, I genuinely have ADHD. Like genuinely, yeah. I think it's one of my superpowers, though. I don't think I'd be where I am if I didn't have ADHD. Like, would you all rather me like this or like just very monotonous and just doing work 24/7?
I rather you be yourself.
Yeah. Like, I would be like, I'd be like 90% of teachers, you know? I'll be like 90% of teachers. I'll just be like reading from a screen, you know?
Nah.
I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. I want to like.
the vibes.
I'd bring the vibes. I'd bring the vibes, right? Right? So I feel like ADHD is secretly one of my superpowers, actually.
Yes, sir.
Because of how my brain has been moving like all over the place, I figure out things like the average person probably doesn't. And I figure out like weird ideas too. But let me continue. So guys, when you look at this, how much unknowns you're seeing? Talk to me, people on TikTok, let me know. How much things you don't know there? Again, if you see a letter, you don't know what it is, right? So how much letters you see in there? How much, right? 2. Guys. Somebody say 4. No, not 4. X and Y. They are the 2 unknowns. X and Y. Guys, if you have 2 unknowns, like, look at this example. If you have 2 possible baby daddies, that problem, you know, you want to figure out who the actual father is so they could pay money, you know? I don't understand what I'm saying. So we need to get rid of one of the unknowns. You understand that, Natalia? We have to get rid of one of the unknowns so we can figure out what one of the unknowns is. So talk to me, Natalia. Which unknown do you want to get rid of?
X.
Exactly, X. I have X here and I have X here. Guys, what would I put in the middle to cancel that off? What would I put in the middle to cancel it off? What I put?
Minus.
Subtraction
Eh,
sign.
Now, this might confuse some people. But I have a question for you, right? If I ask you what's 5 minus 5, what are you going to tell me? If I tell you 5 minus 5, what would you tell me?
0.
Exactly, so why x minus x shouldn't be 0? You understand?
Yeah.
The difference between any two same quantities is just 0. So x minus x is 0, right? So
Yes.
if you see x there and you see x there, they're the same thing. So to get rid of them, we could just minus. Guys. We could just minus. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna minus this equation from this equation. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm confused. Why not put x? I'm confused. I'm not sure what me matter. Here what, right? We want to get rid of x. So like we have x here and we have x here. So like Amy, what would I put in the middle here for it to terminate, for it to cancel off? Would I add it? Would I multiply it? Would I minus it? Talk to my Amy. What would I do? What would you put in the middle there for it to cancel off? What would you do? Minus it, exactly. So what I'm saying, Amy, is that if you want to get rid of x, you should most likely just minus. So x, minus, yeah. I'm not sure where you guys can divide, but no division, right? None. If you say x divided by x, you're gonna end up with 1. That didn't get rid of it. I'm talking about like to bleep it out of existence, like to get 0. That's what I'm talking about. Like if I want that, you put minus, right? Because x minus x is 0. I'll look into doing form 1 work next live, right? If you get x is 6 and y is 3, wait. I forget the answer, but I'll go explain it just now. I think x was 6 and y is 3. X is 6 and y is 3. Alright, so let's continue. So guys, does everybody agree that we're gonna get rid of x? We're gonna get rid of x, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Because x and x is the same thing, when I minus it, wouldn't that cancel it off?
Correct.
Yes.
Right, it would cancel it off. No, if I'm making this x negative, wouldn't that not legal, That not legal. If I'm making that negative, and I'm gonna make everything else negative?
Yes.
Exactly. So that's why I put the negative on the outside there and I put brackets. Alright, let's look at what's gonna happen now. So guys, stay with me. X minus x. What would happen there? What is x minus x? What would happen? X.
Now cancel, so 0.
That would cancel off, so that would be 0. Okay? This is the part that's gonna confuse a lot of people. Remember, we were negating x. But if you're making x negative, this is an equation, You had to do that everywhere. So like this negative by negative y, what is that gonna become? That negative by negative y, what is that gonna
Positive
become?
y.
Right, that's gonna become positive y. So you really end up with y plus y. So how much y is that?
2y.
Exactly. I'm gonna go over that one more time. I feel like some people are confused. One more time. Guys, in an equation, if you do something one place, can you just do it in one place?
Nah, everywhere.
No, sir.
Everywhere. I mean, it's called an equation for a reason, right? Equality. I'm not gonna speak about that topic much. That is a kind of risky topic, but equality, right? Right? So, does everybody understand? People saying, why not y squared? Okay, y squared means y by y. What we have here, we have minus by minus y. What is minus by minus y, guys?
Positive y.
Positive.
Right. So we end up with plus y plus y. So how much y's do you have here, guys? Like, how much y's you adding?
2.
2y. Are you multiplying y by itself?
No, sir.
No. You're adding. So that'll be 2y. That's how we get 2y, right?
Yeah.
And then we have 9 minus 3. What's 9 minus 3?
6.
Somebody said, sir, are you subtracting the equations from each other to get rid of one of the variables? Kimmy, that's exactly what I'm doing. Right? 9 minus 3, that's 6. So 2y will be equal to 6. Good. So if 2y is equal to 6, how am I going to find for y now?
Divide both sides by 2.
Exactly. And y would be what now?
3.
3.
Okay. W's in the chat if you understand that. W's in the chat. Let me know if all you understand that. W's in the chat if all you understand that. Okay, I see a lot of W's. That means I can move on, right? Good. So, Natalia, we've just figured out what one of the unknowns are. So now, I could put that into one of the equations. Which equation do you want to put that into?
Equation 1.
Because last time you put it into equation 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So I'm going to put y into equation 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So anyway you see y, we're going to plug it in instead.
3.
Right? So I'm going to write a little note here. So we're going to plug this into equation 1 or 2. Natalia, you think it matters where we plug that into?
No, sir.
No, doesn't matter where you plug it into, you'll get the same answer. So like, let's plug it into 1. So equation 1 was x plus y is equal to 9. That was equation 1. So anyway you see y, what would you write?
X plus 3 is equal to 9.
Exactly. And what do you do next?
You carry across d3, which would become negative 3.
Right, so x is equal to
6.
right. X is equal to 6. Cool. So your answer is x is equal to 6 and y is equal to
3.
good. Now, here what? Just to blow all your mind, I plugged it into equation 1 and I got my answer for x. Do you all think it matters which equation I plug it into? Let me know below.
No, sir.
Let me know, guys. Does it matter which equation I plug y into to find for x? No, it doesn't. Let me show you also, Virginia. Let's show them, right? So the other equation was x minus y is equal to 3, right?
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna, anywhere we see y, we're gonna plug in.
3.
Right? So that'll be x minus 3 is equal to 3.
Yes, sir.
So I'll move across the minus 3, and x will be equal to what?
3 plus 3, which is also 6.
Good. So my solution is x is equal to 6, and y is equal to
3.
and this satisfies both equations. I'm not gonna explain it back again. I explained it back several times. I explained it back multiple times. And if you want to see full explanation and you want to watch it back again, to like see if you missed something, you can check my YouTube channel. Check my YouTube channel, Math Vibes. The recording will be posted there. Right, so Raj regulations. You're saying, so in an equation, if you move a number to the other side of the equal sign, will the sign change? Yes, Raj. So like, if it was like negative, when you move it across, it goes into plus. If it was multiply and you move it across, it goes into divide. Hope you understand that. Right? Okay, good. Now, before I go, I want to show you all something really cool. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but what we are actually doing is we're trying to find a point of intersection between those two lines. Natalia, do you know that's what we're actually doing?
No, not really, no.
Nah? Okay, let me show you something. X plus y is equal to 9, and we have x minus y is equal to 3. Natalia, when I press that intersection, what do you think I'm gonna get?
You're
What
gonna
do you
get
think
6 and 3.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Bad. So like when you solve a system of equations, graphically, you're trying to see where the graphs intersect. You know why or not?
No, sir.
Okay, so Natalia, if a point lies on a line, then it will satisfy the equation of the line. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that.
Alright, good. So that intersection, it lies on one graph or both of the graphs?
Both graphs?
Exactly. So that 6 tree will satisfy one equation or both of the equations?
Both of the equations.
Exactly. And that's the whole point about solving a system of equations. We're trying to find the values for x and y that would satisfy all the equations in the system. In this system, we have two equations. You see that? We have two equations.
Yes, sir.
You fully understand it?
Yes, I can see we have two equations.
Okay, nice. Cool. Cool. So here what? I want to do one more question like this before we call it a night? Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Let me give you another easy one. Don't want to give you anything too hard before we end off. So Natalia, you want to lock in and do this question, or no?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let me go. So like in this question, we have 2x plus y is equal to 8, and we have x minus y is equal to 1. Now in this particular question, like in these two equations, we want to get rid of x or y.
The x,
You want to get rid of x again?
or we can try y.
We could try y, that'll be easier in this instance. It'll be easier.
Okay.
So like, let's look at the y terms. Over here I have positive y, and over here I have what?
Negative y.
We feel we should do with both equations to cancel off. Add them or minus them?
Add them.
Yes. Because if I add y to negative y, what are they going to do to each other?
It will become a negative.
Nah, it will cancel off.
It will cancel off. Okay.
Okay, because think about it. If you have 5 and you add on negative 5 to that, what if 5 and the negative 5 will do?
It will cancel off.
Exactly, because we have 5 and we have negative 5 and we combine
Negative
it.
5, yeah. Cancel.
Off. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody said, "So your headband is cute." Yeah. Mrs. Math Vibes got this from her. Mrs. Math Vibes has a matching one too. Right? So let me know if you guys understand that. So like,
Yes.
we have positive y and we have negative y. Do you all think that they're the same or they're the opposite?
The opposite?
Opposite.
So if they are the opposite, wouldn't I just combine them and they'd cancel off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like, let me ask you a question, right? Like, what would I have to add to 7 for it to cancel off? What's the opposite of 7?
Minus 7.
Minus 7.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys understand that. Like, to cancel off 7, we'd add negative 7 because negative 7 is just the opposite of 7.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Like, if you wanted to cancel off 7, you'd add negative 7 because that's the opposite of positive 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's the same concept here, you know, like, if you have positive y, wouldn't we all agree that negative y is just the opposite of plus y?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't say you're gonna feel CXE for sure. If you had a mindset, you will feel it. You will feel it. That's like saying, I want to be poor for the rest of my life. You'll be poor for the rest of your life. You need to rise above the challenge and subject yourself to the stress. Like, the stress is worth it. Like, you'll get through. Don't give up. Right? Don't give up. Okay, so like, does everybody understand that y and minus y are opposite? So we should add them so you can cancel off?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So we're going to do what with the two equations? We're going to subtract them or we're going to add them?
We're going to add them.
You know what? Let me try subtracting it and see what happens.
Okay.
If you try subtracting, what is negative y?
It will be positive y, so it wouldn't be able to cancel off.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So if it was negative y, that would turn to plus y. And if you have plus y, would it cancel off or would it just add to give it 2y?
It would add to give 2y.
Exactly. So guys, we're trying to get rid of y, you know. So if you're minus, it's gonna become positive y, and you're gonna add to this y, and you're gonna get 2y. Right? And you're gonna get 2y. But we wanna cancel off y, so we'll add.
Positive. The positive and negative will be a negative.
Exactly. And you then now put positive y minus y, which is just
Minus y. It will cancel off.
exactly. Now, I don't like to give my students tricks. That might sound evil, but I prefer you all work your brain and like when you work your brain on yourself on that cognitive stress, you just get smarter. Natalia, if like somebody tell you every single thing to do your whole life, if
Yeah,
that one
you will
person
really,
go,
exactly.
so like
You'll
I
be on
can't
your
give all
own
you
trying to figure out things for yourself, struggling
when you
to
try to
figure out
figure out
things.
when you try to figure out things for yourself and you struggle,
Mm-hmm.
is remembered better. I rather you all struggle and figure it out than me give you all an easy fix. That don't
Yeah,
make
that makes sense.
Alright, so let me add. So where's 2x plus x?
3x.
Then we have y plus minus y. What happened there?
That cancels off.
That cancels off to just give me
Yeah.
0, right?
Correct. So 3x equals the 8 and the 1, which is 9.
Yeah, you're going real good. And so 3x is equal to what?
Equal to 9.
I see
And
people
then
saying 3x squared and thing. No. It's not 3x squared. Natalia, you want to explain to them why it's not 3x squared?
because
Guys,
that multiplication is addition.
Exactly. Exactly. So like imagine you had 2 x's over here, right? And you add on another x. Guys, how much x's is that?
3x.
That's 3x. I'm not sure where you guys are getting the squared from, but no, you only get squared if you're multiplying x by x. We're not multiplying x by x. So not Shan, and you're not gonna get squared, right? X is just gonna be 3x. Because you come like you're adding x's and altogether end up with 3x's. So 3x. Right? So 3x is equal to 9. So what would I do if I want to find for x?
Divide both sides by 3.
Exactly. And so x would be equal to what?
To 3.
And what should I do now? You talk to me.
You add what you find for x into one of the equations to solve for y.
Correct. So which equation I want to pick? Equation 1?
Equation, if we can try equation 2.
Hey, look, it's impliant.
Not really, no. I just...
No problem. So equation 2 is x minus y is equal to 1. So anywhere I see x, what am I going to put?
3.
Right. What next?
So you will carry across the 3.
Carry across
which
the
would
3.
turn to a negative 3. So it'd be 3 minus 3 plus 1, which would be 2 minus 2.
Aha, so the answer for y is just
A half.
a half. I get a half.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's what I just said. But it's minus 2.
Minus, no. Let me show it. Like.
The negative, the negative and negative makes a positive.
Okay,
So it'd just be 2.
It will be 2, right? But your reasoning is a bit wrong.
Okay.
Like, okay, so there's a real simple way to do this, Natalia. We could compare this side to this side. Negative and the negative, cool. Y and 2, so y will be what? If you're just looking at it and comparing it, what would y be?
2.
Like, and if you're just comparing it, right? And if you're just comparing
Yes.
it, you see y would be 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another thing you can do is you can multiply by negative 1 on both sides. What's negative y by negative 1?
Positive y.
And what's negative 2 by negative 1?
Positive 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So x is 3 and y is 2. So if I were to plug x is 3 and y is 2 into both of these equations, what would I do to both equations?
It will satisfy them.
You want to check?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. So the answers we got was x is 3 and y is 2, right?
Yes,
we
sir.
got x is 3 and we got y is 2. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second, guys. Alright, cool. right? So let's see if our answer is correct now. So like anywhere I see x, what would I plug in?
You'll plug in 3.
Right?
So
So I
it'll
say
be 2
2
by
by
3 plus y, which is 2.
and that's supposed to be what? If we're correct, it's
It
supposed
will
to be
equal
what?
to 8, but 2 times 3 is 6 plus the 2.
6 plus 2 is
8.
good. It worked. Did it work?
Yes, sir.
Right? So it satisfied that equation. But one is not enough, right? It must satisfy the other one. So
Yes, sir.
x is 3 and y is 2. This 3 minus 2 give us back 1.
Yes, sir.
So bingo, we're correct. Now, graphically, that 3 and 2 represents the point of what?
Intersection.
Yep. So if I were to plot the lines, if I were to plot 2x plus y is equal to 8, and I were to plot x minus y is equal to 1. Guys, when I tap that point of intersection, what am I supposed to get? What am I supposed to get?
3 and 2.
Look at our badness. Watch. You see?
Yes, sir.
Absolute cinema. Yeah. No and z, they don't have the same x-intercept. They do not have the same x-intercept, right? They don't have the same x-intercept. The gray line cuts the x-axis at 1 and the purple line cuts the x-axis at 4. They don't have the same x-intercept. But they, yeah. So before I go right, I just want to say that Wednesday, I'm starting 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour math stream. I'll be teaching math for 24 hours straight, no sleep in between. Just going for 24 hours on the 26th Wednesday to the 27th of Thursday. So look for that. Yeah. I do get rest, but success must happen. Success must happen.
Would you be going through the past papers on Wednesday or?
Yeah, I'll be doing past papers. I'll be doing past papers.
Okay.
Question: do y'all rather like a bunch of past papers, or would y'all prefer per topic kind of thing, or just like straight past papers?
I think a mixture of the both of 2 years.
Okay. Now I have something insane to show you all. Are you ready to see something that's insane?
Yeah.
From this live, look how much followers we got.
What?
Wow.
Oh, you see that?
That is genuinely insane. So that means you're like past 18K now.
Watch. Look at this absolute awesomeness.
Oh my god, absolute cinema.
Everybody wants to learn math your way.
I must big up my students, my very loyal students for being here and supporting my thing. Right? Yeah. It's crazy, guys. It's insane. It's insane. What time am I starting Wednesday? I starting 10 a.m. Trinidad time. But on our reels though, that's insane, guys. Imagine getting 1,000 plus followers in like one live. That's insane.
That's crazy. Imagining 24-hour live.
Oh, we crossing 20,000. I feel, you know.
Yeah, I feel so too, you know.
I feel so.
Yeah.
So like, guys, if you all want to see this video when it's up, when it's recorded, like when it's processed, go on my YouTube channel Math Vibes. Go on my YouTube channel Math Vibes and you'll see the full live we did today. Right? Go subscribe, Math Vibes. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers. I know it's sounding like a lot, but we can make it, right? We can make it. This 6.28, Virginia, this was in a couple months, right? Like this 6.28 was in a couple months.
That's crazy. That's just genuinely insane.
So can I hit 20, right? But if you want to see the full video, the full live that we did today, where we went over how to solve quadratics when is equal to 0, how to apply it to like area, perimeter questions, and simultaneous equations, go on YouTube and you'll see CSEC Math Algebra. Press that and you'll see like the full video, and you can go back through everything. And I have a bunch of material. Now you guys would notice something. This is not the first time I'm doing 24 hours on maths. I've done it before. Around the same time. I've done 24 hours on maths already. Believe it or not. Yeah. I've done it before. I'm gonna do it again, but this time it's gonna be greater. It's gonna be more insane. Whew. So Natalia, I'll see you there, right? I'll see you there putting
Yes,
in your
sir.
work.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Good, good, good. Right? Nice. Tell them all the math vibes will become the number one in the world. One day. One day.
I'm just really, really glad I came across your video for the first time on TikTok. I think I would have been
Oh.
really, really struggling if I didn't find math vibes, I swear. So yeah,
But like
I'll
you
definitely
see
be there.
you rel putting in the work too, you know. It's not like I just here.
Because
You
I
rel
find like
putting
you're
in the
making
work.
it really, really easy to understand.
You're gonna make me cry and sing, Natalia. You're really going to make me cry and sing.
No, I'm being serious. Especially algebra. I really, really didn't like algebra. I felt like I wasn't getting nowhere in that. And I feel like I actually have a chance. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. If all you want, I can make like a algebra worksheet and send it for you.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
No problem. I'll do that. I'll do that. Right. But guys, it's been a pleasure, and this live was very successful. Virginia, if it was Admas, I had like 6 people watching.
Yeah, maybe even 2. Yeah. Yeah,
So sad.
We should still do an AdMath marathon though.
yeah, please.
Anybody here will watch, like people on TikTok, like anybody will watch it if like I go live for Admats. You don't have to be doing Admats, you know, you can just come to support, so I wouldn't see like 3 people and I'll be discouraged.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll probably
that
take the
would be
chance
depressing.
and watch it.
So don't forget meet and greet. Yes, I want to do when I get 20,000 followers, I have to organize a meet and greet. Like I have to, like no excuses. I have to do a meet and greet. You know? Yeah. All right. Okay, so nice. So guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been a really good session. I'll send you notes and I will do a worksheet for you all.